I have a lot of friends who are sober, a lot of friends who are straight edge, a lot of my friends who are going through it. I know struggling with substance abuse and alcoholism can be really, really hard, especially knowing who to turn to. It can be really, really daunting. I'm here to say that a good friend of mine and his friend started this incredible treatment center called Refine Recovery. They gave me a phone number, 855-516-3332. You can text, you can call them. It's totally confidential. It's safe. There'll be somebody on the other line to help you out, a compassionate human being to talk to help you navigate the process, the insurance treatments. They accept most of private insurances. You can go refinerecovery.com, Refine Recovery Instagram. I know it's hard, but reach out to somebody, man. People care about you. People love you. People want you to be here for a long time. People love you in their lives. If you're going through it, make this phone call. It's totally private. I know people DM me all the time about going through it and going through sobriety and trying to get straight and trying to take care of themselves. And the struggle is totally real. And Refine Recovery is the definitely move. Reach out to them, 855-516-3332, or text them, 855-516-3332. You can call or text this number anytime, 855-516-3332. You know the drill. This number is here for you to call. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them sponsor my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies. You can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just throw a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies, and one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and the immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days, and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work, and it gives me a peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading the word about it. That's why it sponsors my podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth. Got to give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years, and my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love you, Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand. Love the concept. Love what they give back. Love the community. Love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped a part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company, and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. Okay, welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. Today, I have a very, very special guest, Jessimae Peluso.
Perfect.
Thank you for being here.
You nailed it.
So this is a first-time meeting, but I saw you perform. It was very interesting because somebody came into the room while you're performing and basically told you your time was done.
You came to my Netflix show.
Yeah.
That kid.
Yeah, so I came to that show where a guy was totally rude, interrupting you, and I didn't know. I don't know you. I was with my friend Derek, Dustin, and my wife.
Dustin.
And we wanted to check this person. We started getting offended by it because he wouldn't stop, and he was slamming shit backstage in the room and shit.
Zach Zucker.
What was that guy's problem, dude?
Probably too many trophies as a child, not enough struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer, if you have not been humbled by life, you treat people with a certain amount of...
You just said his name in the podcast. Is that okay?
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
I said his name in my podcast.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, so you talked about this before.
I did. I talked about it, and he sent me an email the day after.
Oh, it's saying sorry and stuff?
Yeah, my agents reached out to me. They're like, this kid's trying to get a hold of you. And I'm like, nope. They said, can we give him your email? And I said, nope. I didn't have any anger or anything. I just had no need to talk to him.
You never met him before either? That was the first time meeting him?
No. And the thing that's hilarious is the venue at Bourbon Room told me I had a certain time to be off.
Yeah.
And the second I got off stage, the minute hit when I had until... So I don't know what his problem was. Maybe a Klonopin? I'm not sure.
Maybe he had a rough day or something.
Yeah, but you know what? Grow up.
Yeah.
We're all having rough days.
Totally.
And the projection is... the amount of people that now feel this freedom in projecting and just being.
Yeah.
No, we should contain ourselves.
Yeah, with no consequences most of the time, too.
Exactly.
Which is interesting.
Civilized societies work.
What if you just stopped and was what's up, motherfucking, smacked him in the face or something? Then you'd be canceled.
Right. And also, what if he does that? I doubt he would have done that.
Somebody else who might really check him.
Right. And check him for the last time.
Yeah.
I doubt he would have done that if there were a man on stage. I think there was definitely some mommy projection going on, but...
Yeah, it was interesting.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that before. I was like, holy shit.
In the 20 plus years I've been doing this, I've never
experienced And you handled
that.
it so well.
I don't even remember. I blacked out.
You did?
I don't remember what I said.
You said a couple things, but then you kept it moving and you finished your shit.
Yeah.
And then there were people in the audience being like, yo, let her finish her shit. Do you know what I mean?
I do remember some people. I remember someone saying something. But yeah, it was wild. I can't believe you were at that show. I forgot you were there with Dustin.
Yeah, it was first time. And it was a great show.
It was a lot of fun.
And happy, would have been your dad's birthday, right? So it was your dad's birthday.
Yeah, it was my dad's birthday yesterday.
Yeah, you were talking about him a lot in that night.
Yeah. He was my best friend. So it was, it's always hard when you lose somebody like that in your life. But I did something yesterday that I never had done before. I made his favorite meal. Where are you from?
East Coast.
Okay, so you've heard of Chicken Riggies?
Probably.
Okay, Chicken Riggies is from Utica, New York.
Okay.
The origin.
Because you're Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So upstate stuff. And that was my dad's favorite dish. And I've been getting into cooking lately, so I made it last night.
How was it?
I was surprised, man. I don't know if it was Bobby Flay level delish, but my man said it was delicious. And I was like, okay. And he's a tough critic.
So you just started cooking recently?
I've been getting into it the past 5 years. But the past couple years more because I'm, with a man and he likes to eat. I like to eat. Yeah. I'm not even going to put it on him. I like to eat.
Yeah. You didn't start cooking during the pandemic like everybody else did?
Yeah, I always kind of made stuff for myself, but now I'm starting to cook. Following recipes kind of.
That's cool.
I'm an intuitive person, so it's hard to go buy the book. Yeah, I went to a 2-year college, couldn't even finish it, so I can't even.
You did?
Yeah.
What was your major in college?
Anthropology and photography.
Have you taken photos and done any of that stuff since then?
I do enjoy photography.
Yeah.
My cousin's a professional photographer and he's really talented. And I've always liked it. But I like people, and I think that's what anthropology for me was interesting. But I was there for a minute. I opened my eyes, closed them, and I was gone. Did you go to college?
Fuck no, I didn't. I moved to New York City by myself when I was 18, man. 1988.
From where?
From Maryland, but I was born in Massachusetts, and I went to Maryland for a while because my mom had a job there.
That's wild that we figured out.
About Charlie.
Charlie Garriga.
I know. How do you know him?
I was going to call him a flying tomato, but that's what's his name?
He has a nickname.
Sean.
They call him Moose, too.
They call him Moose?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's my dad used to call my dog. Charlie and I have known each other for over 2 decades. We worked together in New York.
Really?
Bartending, yeah.
So when were you in New York City?
I was in there early 2000s.
Okay, I moved to 2001. I moved here. Wow.
Yeah, I moved
because you owned the bar.
Yeah.
Did you work at the bar?
Yes, I did. Did you ever go into that bar?
No, because I moved away.
Okay, it's so weird if you would have come in and we're now figuring that out.
That's so crazy, man.
Yeah, and so Gorilla Biscuits and Civ and all those guys.
Were you into punk rock before that? Know anything about it?
Never knew anything about it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a movement more than it is music.
It's insane, dude.
It's a brotherhood and sisterhood, it feels.
It's a family, yeah. But also Syracuse had a lot of hardcore bands too.
Yeah.
We used to play the Horizon up there.
I was just going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And Kid Rock played the Horizon before he was Kid Rock. That's our claim to fame.
He played the Warped Tour too, I think.
He's wild.
Yeah, but Syracuse, there's so many shows up there. I know I'll probably get it wrong. I think Earth Crisis is from Syracuse. There's also this band Snap Kids. That's Buffalo. Buffalo and Syracuse kind of was like...
similar.
How far is that from each other?
Couple hours. Yeah, they're all they congeal, those upstate cities. They all kind of like one.
It's crazy how nobody really when they say New York, they only say New York City. They never talk about upstate. It's all the same fucking state, but people try to obviously it's different places, but...
Right, and New York makes up a very small percentage of the geographical expanse that is New York State. All of New York is upstate New York. Yeah. And when you say upstate to people who are from the city, they're like, oh, you mean Westchester? No.
Yeah.
I mean Utica, bitch. We're talking about the Finger Lakes.
Hudson, Poughkeepsie.
That's not even
Albany.
Poughkeepsie will consider it. Hudson, New York feels like
Poughkeepsie's interesting, man. You ever been there?
It's a cool place.
Yeah. We used to play a club up there. It was an interesting neighborhood, too. It's kind of wild up there, man.
Poughkeepsie's cool.
But I do see pictures of my friends who have places like Hudson during the fall. It's so beautiful in New York, dude, especially up there. It
makes me want to go there and spend the entire fall there
and not leave your house and just be a hermit in the house.
And drink pumpkin spice lattes
and just fucking totally hibernate.
Yeah,
I know.
Things that humans are meant to do, we're meant to cycle. And I think when we get out here in this place, although our weather's starting to evolve into be, I don't know, you've been out here for a while. Don't you feel like it's becoming now seasonal?
It is, man.
We are experiencing definitive seasons.
Yeah, it was so muggy. It was so hot a couple weeks ago. Now the heat's coming back this week or something.
It's wild, but I mean, know. That rainy season, the one we just had, wild.
I know.
Was it not?
Yeah, my garage flood. It was horrible, dude.
I'm sure you guys, this is riveting to hear about weather, but
but it's true.
It's wild.
How long have you been out here for?
A decade.
Damn.
And do you ever feel that decade itch? If you moved around a lot, like you went from Maryland, New York to here, do you ever feel?
Yeah, I do, but I just don't know where else I live besides California. I love it here. I mean, the weather, fucking ocean. You
have all the elements: the desert, the mountains, the ocean, the city. Name a more diverse, dynamic state.
I know. It's expensive and the taxes are high, but...
and the politics are wild. We won't go into it.
Oh, yeah, dude. The homelessness, everything. It's fucking wild, man. It really is. But I still love it, though. I don't know why.
I do, too. There's something about it. And this may be a statement that is not well accepted by many people, but I feel like I need to come with a Surgeon General's warning. I would like to go one day... maybe a few days in a month where I don't see the disparity in the city. Yeah. And it's not that I don't want to be responsible for it. Yeah. It's that I'm not. And the state needs to take care of it. I get just kind of exhausted seeing these transients, these people that no one's taking care of.
It's really sad. I don't drive. I sold my car a couple years ago. I walk everywhere. So I'll walk from Venice to my house.
What?
It's 8 miles. Or 9 miles. I'll walk from the Gold's Gym all the way down Venice Boulevard. And driving in LA is different, but walking through my house to there, it's so crazy, man. The people I walk through, the way it changes. Once you get to Culver City, it's like Disneyland, and then it goes back to gritty and grimy. And then you get to closer to Venice and stuff. It's interesting in that walk, man. I love it, though.
I was just going to be like, wow, that's like a Oregon Trail, but it really is only 8 miles.
It is.
It's not that far.
It seems so far, though, but it's not.
Because it takes us 3 times the amount of time as every other state to get to
for sure.
A mile's it's insane.
It takes me a couple hours. Walk. I know I do. I love walking. I walk everywhere, man. I love it.
That's probably the New York energy in you.
It is, and I miss that.
I do too.
Imagine having these apps and count your steps when I lived in New York. Oh my God, dude.
I just got a Stella fart. Wow.
You did?
That was ripe.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be. I mean, she should be proud.
There's only a few people this happened to.
This is like broccoli. I'm in a broccoli cloud.
Damn, sorry. I should have a warning for my guests though that Stella might fart. That means she's comfortable. Just to bust ass on your leg.
Stella.
I'm sorry.
I love her.
Is it bad though?
Oh, she's fine. I have 3 of these guys, so she is just fine.
You've been farted on at a podcast?
This is a first.
Okay.
I'll have to say this is a first.
There's only a few people. You were up there Brolin and a couple people, so that means you're special.
Oh yeah, Brolin got farted on.
Oh yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I love all the stuff he does. He's so talented.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what about your life? How was it growing up in Syracuse?
Wholesome. I think very idyllic.
You have siblings?
I'm the youngest of 4 girls from 2 marriages.
Wow. Okay.
That's the upstate math.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have one dad, you weren't from Syracuse.
Okay.
You have to have 2 dads in order to leave. That's how you get out of the city.
Gotcha.
People are like, why did you leave Syracuse? Well, that's you get a second dad, then you get to go. That's how you get to leave.
Perfect.
So, yeah. And now I feel more free saying this because both my parents are dead. My mom moved in the neighbor's dad into our house.
The neighbor's dad, okay.
Let's see.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 houses down. That guy moved in. And I was like, when is Steve leaving?
Did you know him? Just as a neighbor?
We were best friends. Our families were best friends.
Holy shit, bro. That's crazy.
It's crazy because...
How old were you?
Well, I think it was going on for a little bit. I was in my... Just that cusp of time where a girl is leaving girlhood and going into like pre-adolescent.
Gotcha.
That delicate space. It's a wild time to have roots unrooted and to try and make sense of that, make some sort of semblance of normalcy in the family unit. But it was really wild that happened. And crazier part is his ex, or maybe she was at the time still with him. I don't know. It was so complicated. This makes me sound like, I swear we weren't white trash. Okay. My parents worked really hard. My mom's they're both were very smart. They did their best, but rightfully so. My neighbor, stepdad, his wife, I don't even think I've ever said this on a podcast.
Oh shit.
Shot our house.
Shot your house? What?
With a BB gun.
Okay.
The holes are still there.
Wow.
Shot through our screen door with the BB gun after this happened, which is such a low level retaliation.
It's not even a real gun. Yeah.
Not even a real gun, which
Damn.
I'm thankful for.
Totally.
But there's still, we just actually sold the home and there's a couple BB holes. We didn't even mention it to the buyer. So Godspeed.
You sold your childhood home?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it is wild because I don't know about for you. I feel like we romanticize our parents and we sort of put them on a pedestal.
Totally.
And I'm no different, but obviously they're flawed and we're flawed creatures.
Totally. Yeah. I've learned to I don't know. I just had some crazy thing where I did some crazy breath work thing, and now I think my mom's cool. Not my mom's cool. I had some resentments towards my mom because she raised 3 boys on her own.
Oof.
My dad died when I was 3, so my mom I had some resentments towards my mom. But when you become a parent, it's totally different when you look at it like that. Because I'm raising 1 son, and that's fucking hard.
It made you have a different
total respect
view.
for her. Yeah.
Is she still with us?
Yeah, she's still with us.
How old is she?
Almost 80. She was here the other day, man.
Vibrant?
Pretty vibrant, yeah. She got annoying Massachusetts, fucking accents too.
Where are you from? Because
I was born in Taunton, Mass. Then they moved to Newport, Rhode Island when my dad died. Then my mom got a job in Southern Maryland. Went out there for 4 years. Went to high school. It was all rednecks and Confederate flags. It was horrifying. Then I moved to New York City by myself when I was 18. Yeah.
And so she says that she's originally from Massachusetts.
Yeah, she was a blackjack car dealer at Foxwoods in Connecticut for 15 years.
I would love to know
she had carpal tunnel.
Her stories.
Oh, dude.
Has she ever told you people sitting at the table and people she's seen and things
Yeah, she
go
did.
down?
I had to cut off my podcast.
Why?
Because she was name dropping all these celebrities. I'll tell you after the podcast who had fucking gambling problems. So my mom's just very all of her children are vegans. All her children are vegans, and she's not. And every year she's like, all I want this year is some real fucking ice cream. Get me some real ice cream for Thanksgiving. So we get her that. Or we get a real turkey and put it in the oven. She's so stubborn. She's just so East Coast.
Why are you guys vegan?
Just for animals. I stopped eating animals in 1988. When I was 18.
Wow.
Animal rights, I get into the punk rock movement.
Yeah, that is... that's the...
Because of Gorilla Biscuits, because I lived with them in the 80s.
Right, and Siv's been vegan. I'm convinced he started veganism.
I became one because living with him in 1988.
Yeah, that's wild.
So...
He's staunch.
Yeah.
They don't mess around.
We don't. And we were vegans before it was a trend and people even knew how to say that fucking word. You know, we were eating like hockey puck veggie burgers and fucking falafels and all this shit. Before there was quinoa. And what the fuck was quinoa back then? Or kale and all this stuff we could eat now, you know?
Yeah, remember when kale was a side bitch underneath cottage cheese?
Dude, you're so right. Holy shit, I never thought about that.
Kale used to be the side bitch.
You are so right.
She used to be the Michelle of Destiny's Child. You're into music, so you get the reference.
Who the fuck is Michelle? I didn't even know her name was in there. That's fucking funny. Dude, that's so crazy.
I should write that down. That could be a good bit.
That's a really good bit.
That could be a good bit. Everyone's eating kale now. She used to be a side bitch, man. She was not anything fancy.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But veganism, so you've been a vegan for a long time.
Yeah.
Are there any downsides? Do you have to like work harder to...
I get my proteins and shit. Dude, my son's, you're going to meet my son. He's fucking...
The model.
Yeah, he's never had meat his whole life. Ever.
Wow.
And I have a lot of friends who raise their kids like that. No, I mean, there's a lot of myths and shit like that about proteins and stuff. You don't need so much protein every day. But now, there's so many options everywhere. It's so easy,
There are. I just had this thought yesterday in the grocery store. I was at a Whole Foods in Sherman Oaks. And I'm just in the beverage aisle. The beverage industry is absolutely insane.
Crazy.
The amount of selections within one brand.
You got the Liquid Death, they got the kombucha, yeah.
Right, you got kombucha. That brand probably has 4 or 5 different flavors. Liquid Death is starting to expand.
Oh, killing it.
We have too many things, but then I look at the food aisles. I'm like, we have so much food. Think about just in LA, how vast the city is, how many grocery stores we have.
So many.
Filled with food.
Yeah. You fuck with Erewhon?
Fuck Erewhon.
I knew you were going to say something about it.
Fuck Erewhon.
Yeah.
Their smoothies are $25.
I want to try the Hilly Beaver one. I want to see all the hype's all about. It's like $40 or something.
I'm here for checking out a hype, but every time I'm there, and I do it for like a quick shop. Is this the model? Oh my God, the model's here. Are you going to fart on me too, son?
No. Jesse, this is Max.
Hi, nice to meet you, Max.
How was surfing? Terrible. It was? How was the workout? Insane. It was good? He was? Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger? Wow.
Was he? Yeah. He's so enigmatic. He's like...
Tell him, Jesse.
It's like an energy. Like it's.
Oh, geez. There's 2 of them. Now we'll get to edit this out the podcast.
What the hell?
Come on in, Tito.
What is this Josh Brolin prototype?
This guy.
Yeah, he looks like Josh Brolin. If Josh...
Yeah, come on in.
You hear my accent?
She's fucking New York, dude.
I live out here now, though.
Look at these young lads, dude.
Look at you guys. You guys look like you work at a shipyard. I fucking love this.
Okay, don't.
Did you talk to him?
Talk on the mic and they talk. Talk. All right.
Tell everybody. You gotta. People need to know he saw Arnold.
Talk on the mic, dude. Come on. Because Joe's can get mad. You interrupt the podcast.
I saw Arnold.
How do you look?
Yeah, how'd he look?
Like an old fart.
Wow.
No, he looked, dude. It literally was like. It felt like something when he was there, right, Tito? It was like, whoa.
That's an enigma.
An enigma.
It's an energy. When someone's an enigma, they're like almost like a mystery.
There's an aura of him.
Exactly.
Like when I saw Prince in real life, he like floated into the room.
See, I was curious about that because when I saw him one day, he walked into the room and it was just like an energy. Like he was the nucleus.
It's an energy, dude.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy because he's just a person. He still shits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
No, he does not. No. He has pet horses in his yard.
He just sits down. He does.
Teeny horses.
I know.
He's so weird. And he's so smart.
I know. Okay, get out. You guys are distracting the podcast.
Okay, bye. We'll miss you.
Go do your model shit.
I wish you would have hugged Arnold. Yeah. Yeah.
The next time you meet him again.
Yeah. So it's the Gold's Gym on the beach?
Yeah.
That's so cool. He still goes
there. Was no Huberman there today? No. Okay.
Huberman Labs, Huberman?
Yeah. That's the homie go. Is
I'm just kidding.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
I'm just kidding.
It is?
No, I appreciate what he does. He puts free information out there.
He's the human. He's my boy. Yeah, awesome.
The menopause. No, he's cool. He just did this episode about menopause and perimenopause that was so informative.
Dude, he's the best. He was on it twice. He's fully tatted, right? He's punk rock.
Yeah.
Skateboarder.
Why were they trying to take him down for a minute? What was all that about?
We'll talk about off the pod, but also
because he's your homeboy, won't put you on the spot.
Yeah, and he's not married and nothing like that, and he, we'll talk about it.
Okay,
yeah. But it didn't work. He's bigger than ever.
Yeah,
there's a second podcast coming now.
Maybe that's where I was misinformed.
Yeah,
it's hard because you get so much information and you don't know what's valid.
Headlines, it's clickbait, all this fucking shit.
Yeah, it's so confusing, and you're like, I want to enjoy a podcast that has free Ivy League college-backed information.
Dude, he's giving away so many gems, helping millions of fucking people every single day, dude.
Do you know that perimenopause and female-based episode he did with Dr. Claire gave me more information in 2 hours than 20 years of doctors?
Damn. That's fucking awesome.
It's awesome, but it's also like infuriating.
It is, yeah. Because it's free. He's giving it to you for free.
Right.
I know.
And
I punish him so much. If I have a question, if I have a weird bump, if I have like sleep issues, I'll be texting him crazy shit. It happens to him all the time. I heard it happens to him when he's waiting in line at Air One.
Oh, I'm
People
sure.
ask him science questions and shit.
It's his own. It's like his gift and his curse.
I had this weird thing. I still have it. I have tingling in my finger because I did something at the gym with my son that I shouldn't be doing with a 21-year-old training me. He was not a trainer. And I had pinched nerve, and I've been to acupuncture. I've been to doctors. I've been to cupping, all this shit. I know what it is. It's going to be gone. But I hit him about it. He's like, actually, my fingers are like that too right now. He goes, I think he's like, there's heavy pollen in Los Angeles. So I looked up pollen, and it says it could cause tingling in your fucking fingers, dude.
I get that sometimes.
I was like, bro, does this guy know everything? Like, what the fuck?
The pollen here has got to be mixed with
why would it do that to your fingers? It's weird.
Probably like nerves. Maybe it affects your nerves.
Are you a hypochondriac?
I'm not a hypochondriac, but I'm hypersensitive.
Same.
So because I can feel things in my body and I'm sensitive to lights, everything.
Damn.
It's not a hypochondria. It's just a hyper awareness.
Okay.
So it makes me consider things.
Okay.
Are you a hypochondriac?
Totally, dude.
I feel like
I
that
think I'm dying and shit. It's crazy.
This is a statement. I feel like veganism and hypochondria go hand in hand.
Wow.
Is that a bold statement?
It could be true, man.
Joe, cut that out.
No, because my son is one too. That's because of me, probably. I think.
Yeah, that's generational.
By the way, how's the temperature in here?
It's great.
Before she came on the podcast.
I'm sweaty still.
Oh, let's get to that too, dude. So Jesse was supposed to be in this podcast like 100 fucking times.
Ago.
I got sick. She got sick. Her dog got sick.
Oh
Something happened. I'm like, bro, does this girl really exist? Am I texting? Is this really who I'm texting? So amazing. But yeah, the one thing she's like, what's the temperature there? Because I want it to be cold. I can't be sweating on the podcast.
I can't stand you going to people's podcasts.
Because I get AC in there. Let me know. It's this nice.
No, it's not. It's it's like a it's like a float.
Who has a hot podcast though where you're fucking sweating? That's so weird. We don't have to say any names, but
there's been a couple where you go in and you're like, damn, is this a part of the conversation?
Or you're freezing to death.
Or you're so cold. Like I brought like a knitted wool shawl for the serious show I did before this because they keep it ice cold.
Yeah.
Cold plunge cold.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so I'm interested about veganism. So
okay.
I was a vegetarian for about 10 years.
Okay, why are we vegetarian for?
I think similar, where I just felt like not even just protecting animals. Some meat is gross.
But also you're a dog lover.
I'm a dog lover.
That's the thing.
Have you ever had a dog? They're delicious.
But that's the thing where people, when they start seeing that they're living things, you know what I'm saying? Like I know that pig's different, but pigs are smart as well. But
I there's just something I viscerally feel when I eat it. I can't eat pig.
Okay.
I have no problem biting into a cow.
Okay.
My body, I feel like
your body needs a cow.
There's something about anemia, iron. I crave meat once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also, you start watching documentaries, anyone could become a vegan after that.
Dude.
Chicken.
The dogs are so I know.
Chicken?
Even fish, dude.
Even fish.
I know.
Farm-raised salmon is one of the dirtiest, nastiest, grossest, worm-infected things you could ever put in your body.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
It's so crazy.
You saw Seaspiracy?
Oh, gosh. And I'm out here like, when I was sick for, really sick for 2 weeks. I just got over the symptoms.
Yeah.
Like a few days ago.
Was it crazy flu?
I don't know what it was. I take that back. I have a theory.
Tell me.
And you seem like you might be receptive to this. I get a lot of work done, like body work, Reiki, deep intuitive massage.
Same.
I'm into microdosing. I'm into, I'm connected to all that stuff. I like that stuff. Alternative medicines, plant medicines.
What's that shit? What's that ashwagandha? What's that shit called?
Ashwagandha, yeah. I use that almost daily. It's really good for ADHD and mood stabilization.
What about the other crazy big word I can't pronounce? People go out in the desert and do it, and they trip
ayahuasca?
Out. Yeah.
I have not done that yet, but it is on my to-do list.
Okay.
There's this retreat in Costa Rica called Rhythmia that I'm communicating with, and we are courting. They're courting me. I'm courting them just to get ready for that.
So you're in tune with your body and your mind.
Yes. And so I had really deep work done with a couple that I work with, body work.
Like a deep tissue massage?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
I could use that right now for my pain.
It's not deep tissue massage. It's shadow work, for lack of a better term. It's working on the part of you that is keeping you back, the part of you that is preventing you from breaking through.
Okay.
And working on the sort of unconscious part of us that is communicating consistently and we're not listening to it.
Gotcha.
All of us have this noise, this chatter.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you know anybody in your life who fights with everybody and it's everybody else's fault.
Oh, dude. I have a couple.
And sometimes we can, all of us can get into that place sometimes.
Totally.
So I just feel like I'm living in this place where all of this is available. Mm-hmm. California is so open to that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take advantage of anything I can while I'm able to. So I worked with this couple, 5 hours of talking, going through history, family history, talking about things that have happened, just all that sort of thing. Therapy. It's a form of therapy.
Totally.
Mixed in with body work. Pressure points and talking well, applying pressure to certain pressure points. Words fall short to describe the effect that it has on you and what it actually is. But
I'd like to try it, actually.
I'll connect you with this couple. They're absolutely, I call them the witch and the warlock.
Okay.
If you experience them, you'll understand why. Their process is like, they refer to it as the crackening. And so after that 5-hour session, I had a week of pure bliss. I was connected. I was a little hazy in a great way, sober hazy and feeling like elated. And then almost to the day, the start of the second week, I started to get sick. The sickest I've ever been in my life.
Interesting.
Where
all the toxins coming out, maybe? Or
I think it was a purge. And I know it sounds woo-woo.
No, I believe it.
But it was pure elation to extreme. I was incapacitated, and I go all day.
Yeah.
I do 100 things at once. I do too much. I did nothing for two weeks. When I mean nothing,
and that's hard too, probably.
Hard? I'm like, my dogs are looking at me like, are we alive?
Yeah.
I didn't walk them for 2 weeks.
Damn.
And I have 3. I obviously love them. I want to take care of them. I did nothing, and I think it was like a purge.
Wow.
And then another thing, I broke out in this wild rash.
Interesting.
So I don't know if I got like rickets or if it was a purge.
Why did you talk to the couple about it?
No, they said that this is pretty characteristic.
Okay.
I didn't put it together. I just assumed I had the flu.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to my girlfriend who's also within this realm of self-help and evolution. She goes, girl, that's a purge. That's a purge.
Wow. From
elation to incapacitation to a rash. Your body was showing you what it could be. After that work, it freed itself. And then it said, let's get rid of everything.
Yeah.
I haven't had coffee.
Really?
In a month.
Is that your thing? Was it your thing?
Yeah, every day. Damn. I loved coffee.
Wow. So you feel different. Things are different.
I feel on the other side of... I feel, like I'm experiencing
you feel
things...
lighter mentally and stuff?
More sober. The things that I used to go to that, like a knee-jerk reaction to reach for, to soothe, I don't find myself wanting to do that.
You talked to him about that too, probably?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like a 6-week, weekly follow-up.
Damn. Were you doing coffee your whole life?
No, probably for the past 15 years, though.
Yeah.
And I've never been like a huge drinker, but even wine that I love so much, my body's just very like selective. So when I put something in my body, instantly now I'm like, that I don't want that.
Wow. It just knows automatically.
Yeah, I think I've let go of something that was fogging my ability to be in tune with myself.
Damn. That's heavy. That's cool. I want to try that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's a luxury to have that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just imagine if 4 people in your life could have access to that.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of healing. I just feel like we're all struggling. Life is chaotic.
It is, man.
You know?
Especially coming out of the pandemic, especially with social media, everything, man. Everything's just like magnified a million fucking times. Politics, everything, dude. It's so much to absorb, man. And we're on our phones because it's what we do to promote ourselves. You know, it's like a necessary evil, but it's so dark. There's just, I don't know. I can't imagine like just my son just growing up with social. That's all he knows. We got to be outside when we were kids doing shit before the internet, you know?
How great was that?
So sick, dude. We're so lucky to have had that.
Your son seems
He's
different.
He's barely on social media. He's barely on that shit. He's being told by his friends, be on there more to promote modeling, or he doesn't give a fuck. He surfs every day. He skates. He's gym. He's outside.
Yeah, he seems like he's in his own thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't give that either
him
or his friend.
Yeah. He's always outside, man. Yeah. I love that.
That's that's you. That's you and your wife.
For sure. But he needs to be on a little more to promote like what he's doing, but even then he's like, he doesn't give a fuck. He'll throw a picture up and keep it moving. He's not on there. You know what I mean? He's not on there.
Amazing.
But he's also communicating with people through TikTok or whatever they fucking talk on.
Yeah.
But growing up in this house, my wife had to make phone calls on this rotary phone to teach him to call people on the telephone. So he would always have to call his friends from this phone.
Shut up.
Because my wife made him do it to teach him how to dial a fucking telephone, which kids don't know how to do anymore. So he'd call people on this phone. Swear to God. Yeah, dude. Old school. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was a great phone to hang up on somebody.
It's the sound of it.
Oh, the ring that it hits.
It's a scary ring when it rings, though, dude.
It is. It'll throw the coffee out of your cup.
Yeah. But yeah, my son's always been like that, man. Were you always into comedy as a kid? Like, were you watching TV comedy things? Like, what was your deal?
Yeah, my dad was always into comedy specials. I remember watching Richard Pryor. Best. I remember watching him. I remember watching Joan Rivers, Robin Williams, Comic Relief, Steve Martin Short.
Best.
All that, Laughing, all the reruns. We watched everything. My dad just, that's how he escaped.
Awesome.
I just got hit with another Stella bomb.
Are you serious, dude? That's
Stella!
2? No, that's 2?
Oh my God.
Okay, so she knows you love dogs.
Look at her.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's funny. I start talking about my dad and she farts because my dad was like the fart king.
Oh, he was?
Oh, he would like pull my finger. He was so gross.
A message from your pops.
You know, side note, funny you say, you're going to
Oh my God, it's so bad, dude.
You got it now?
I'm so sorry,
It's
dude.
so bad.
Fuck. The pod was sick, but he talked shit on me twice. I'm sorry. Still, you bitch, girl.
Is she a vegan too?
No, she's not,
that's
dude.
A problem.
That's crazy when dogs are vegans. That's a whole other story.
It's so wild. A vegan cat is like, girl, stop.
Dude.
We get you have a cat, you're a vegan, it's a part of your like costume, but don't do it to the cat.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the fart.
No, you don't have to.
We're going back to your dad in
it's
comedy
nature.
and your dad farting and shit.
Yeah. So my dad passed away in 2018. And you know, I hadn't had any signs from him. Like I was looking for signs. I was so desperate for a sign. And so I was doing a live. I used to do these Weeds Day lives where I would smoke a little and answer questions from fans and stuff. Yeah. And I was doing one of those and I had a fart machine and it wasn't working. It wasn't working for me. And so there's a video of this. And so I finally kind of get it working where I push it and it'll fart. There's like 10 different farts.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking on the live and I said, I'm going to try and communicate with my dad.
Damn.
I was like, Dad, if you can hear me, let me know through the fart machine. Because it was like working and then it wasn't. And so I did a countdown from 10 and right at the 1, it farted.
No way, dude.
When it hadn't been working.
Damn, man.
And
I believe it. I believe that. You lost it?
I lost it. I was like, if he were to communicate with me, it'd be this way.
Yeah.
It'd be through a fart machine.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah, but I don't know what brought us there.
Let's talk about your dad in comedy growing up. Your dad always playing comedies for you and stuff.
He loved comedy. And he also, I think the reason I got into it, besides the fact that it was his thing, and I think comedy was our language, how we communicated.
Yeah.
He was friends with comedians in Syracuse. These guys, Mike Goss and Tom Anzalone and Moody McCarthy and Gomez Adams and all these guys would go out on the weekend and do their shows and then come back on Sunday and all have breakfast together and talk about their gigs.
Yeah.
And my dad, being friends with them, he'd go as well because he just loved hanging out with comedians. And I would go. And I was like 15, 16 years old, and I just would go with these guys on the weekends hearing about what they were doing. I was like, wait, you get to leave and make money? Like, you get to leave here on the weekends?
Wow. Yeah.
That sounds like fun. You just have to talk to strangers? I can do that. So I think it kind of planted the seed.
Yeah. And were you working jobs at a young age too?
Oh, God, I was so bad at it. This is so funny. I got a job at a grocery store, Wegmans, and I was so bad at cashier. Like, there's a I don't know if you know this, there's a register that does math for you.
Did not know that.
I couldn't handle it. It was always like 37 cents off. And Wegmans is a corporation. They're like,
Wegmans, yeah.
We got to balance the till. And I'm like, I think you just said a racial slur, but I'm not going to check it. And so I was so bad at the register that they demoted me to bagging groceries. I was like short bus, demoted, bagging groceries.
Wow.
Back in the day. Because that's all that, like, kids like that worked that job.
Yeah.
Helping Hands was like a job that they had for like more mentally challenged, disabled children. And me.
How old were you?
I was like 16. I just had turned working age, 17.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing. My boyfriend, not my boyfriend, this guy, Casey Benz, I loved in high school, who I ended up dating towards the end once I got my braces off and colored my hair blonde. Thank you, hormones.
Your braces? Wow.
Honey, 2 sets. Brutal. Look, train tracks.
Ooh.
Yeah, horrible.
It's so harsh for kids growing up, man. Dude.
Pimples and braces, bury me.
Damn.
Put me in a coffin. I don't need to be here. Like, just embalm me until this part is done.
Yeah. How long do you keep braces on for?
Fucking 40 years. I don't know.
It probably felt like forever, too.
Oh, it felt like forever, and they take it off, and I drooled everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah, but I remember one day I was helping Hands, and Casey was, like, coming in with his mom, and I'm like, I'm just here, just filling it in.
Oh, drooling and shit.
Yeah. Drooling my fucking braces. Idiot.
Were you a good kid in school? Did you like school?
I was good. I was smart, but I had attention issues, and I like to make kids laugh.
Yeah.
So most of the teachers couldn't stand me, and then, a couple of those, like, cool Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
What was that movie called? It was with Coolio.
With the big song, dude. Gangsta's Paradise. Dude.
What is Dangerous
that,
Minds?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a couple of those, like, Dangerous Mind teachers that we had that could handle me, because education is so... Is subjective the right word? There's an objective. I always get those. Objective, yeah. It's like standardized education didn't work for me. And so I struggled in that standard classroom, so much so that I had to go to another school.
Really?
Yeah, but my sister always laughs at me, but it was a school for the gifted. So it was like maybe it wasn't, and they told me that, but I'm going to go with it was. But I learned like Greek mythology and English literature, all these. They taught you college courses in a more focused, smaller classroom. Gotcha. And I wish my whole education had been that, because I really thrived there.
Yeah.
But then the funding shut down, and we had to leave.
Yeah, it was hard to focus in school.
The orphanage. No, I'm just kidding. It was hard for me to focus, but I did well. I don't know how.
Was there like theater and stuff you took, anything like that?
I wish, man. At the cool school we had Mr. Bajali was our gay drama teacher.
Sick name.
First gay guy I ever met. Mr. Bajali. And he, like, you hear that name, how do you imagine his personality?
Jolly, funny, outgoing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little sarcastic.
But was he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Bajali just sounds, yeah.
He was very theatrical and just wanted us to be like these sparks, like encouraged the spark.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back to Mrs. Imborski, and she's like, do you know the capital of Nicaragua? I'm like, I don't know what Nicaragua is. I thought that was the capital. Your breath smells like coffee. So I struggled, but I did well.
Yeah. You do sports at all?
I loved sports.
Okay. What were you doing?
I was doing softball, lacrosse, basketball.
Damn.
I loved basketball.
I can see you doing basketball in a while. I don't know.
I have a little flavor.
Yeah.
I loved the girls. All the girls were amazing. It was like I was the only white chick.
Okay.
And they call me Crazy J
Sick.
Yeah, there's like Shamika and Sheena and Rashida. Those are all my girls. Shout out.
Crazy J, that's hard.
Yeah. But I used to, oh God, you're bringing back all these memories. So I played JV for a little bit. And our JV varsity games are always back to back.
Yeah.
The home games. And so in between, they would roll them right in one into another, and they do like a little halftime in between the JV and varsity.
Yeah.
This is so crazy. I can't believe I totally forgot about this. I convinced the school to allow me to do a show in between the JV and varsity.
What kind of show?
I would dance. I had them set up the mic in the auditorium, the basketball.
Just you?
Yeah, just me.
Oh my God.
I would dance. I do a choreography that I would work on at my house.
Like to what music? What songs?
Cotton candy. Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
No,
remember that shit?
You're dancing to Tootsie Roll in your school?
Yeah. All those hot songs at the time. I was doing all those
Luke?
songs.
Oh, that was Luke. Tootsie Roll.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Who was that?
It's not Luke?
Something Boys.
Oh,
Ghetto
yeah.
Boys?
No.
No?
Something Boys, though.
It is Something Boys.
Something from the South or Florida or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Cotton candy, sweet as yo.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Roll. So you're doing a crazy, like, fucking wild dance.
In the middle of the games.
And you weren't even nervous or nothing?
No. I hadn't known that I wanted to do comedy, but I think that was my attempt at something resembling.
Were people laughing?
Yeah, because I was all over the court.
Okay.
I was making fun of the refs.
Did you have good moves, though? Could you dance?
I could dance.
Okay.
Yep. So it was.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Is there anybody film that shit or no?
Oh, God.
It'd be so sick if it was on film, dude.
I would love if somebody just popped out of the woodwork on email and just sent me a video. Because not that I know. It would be amazing if someone had something.
And nobody's filming back then, though.
No, we were filming with our minds.
I know.
Miss that.
Damn, so you did that more than once or just that one time?
All the time.
Wow.
Until they were like, okay. They're like, we got to stop this. I'm like, but I think it turned out really good.
It's cool that you... it's cool that you pitched that and they let you do it. It didn't check the lyrics of the song or none of that shit.
Yeah, no. They were like, yeah, cool. I'm like, I brought my mix. Plug me into the sound speaker. Let's go.
Dude.
I'm not hot. I'm just putting my hair off
my
neck.
But nobody else was doing it with you. It was just you.
Just me. Like, what?
Fucking crazy.
I mean, it's not like I needed attention. I had my dad and the neighbor's dad.
Yeah, you did.
I really got daddy issues. I'm like, no, I didn't. I had plenty of dads.
Fuck.
Never without a dad.
Were you tight with your siblings?
Yeah, we were. My mom was really open about my father's first marriage with his two daughters, and they were always around when I was younger. So my mom had an open door policy. Even when she and my dad split, because she loved him so much, and they just loved each other, just didn't work out. Her prerequisite for anyone she started dating beyond the neighbor's dad, she wasn't dating multiple men at once. I don't want to paint my mom to be some town whore. She was not. Did she make great choices? Well, did you? Did your mom?
No, my mom didn't actually. Especially if my dad died. Like, she had dudes come to the house. We would run them out of the house, dude. They were never good enough for my mom. I felt bad, dude. This guy, Bill Greco.
Fucking Bill.
Fuck you, Bill, man. Try to be my dad.
Bill Greco.
3 boys ran that fool out the house, dude.
Stop. That sounds like a movie scene.
Yeah, nobody was good enough for my mom after my dad passed. It's kind of sad because that ended up being her true love.
Oh.
And she never got married after that, man. Anyway,
that happens.
Anyway, back to your life.
No, that happens to you. And I think that was true for my mom and dad as well. Like, and I think that's why she made this prerequisite of, I can see you, we can be together. But the father of my children is in my life, sometimes stops by unannounced.
Yeah.
And we'll be here for the holidays. We'll be here to celebrate everything. And that is just
He's farting too.
Farting. He would drive her nuts though. Like, he had keys to the house, or he knew where the spares were. One time she came home. She sends me a text message. She goes, your father's in the kitchen cooking steak.
Wow.
I came home, he drank. I came home, found your father in my kitchen cooking steak. He had drank all of my Labatt's Blue.
Wow.
Hilarious.
I love that.
Yeah, he just come over, cook her food, drink her beers, and then hang out, and then left.
Didn't get the memo that they weren't together. I love it. Just came there.
Yeah, I think
Wait, they were tight. Your mom, they were cool with each other?
They were tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shared a understanding.
Yeah. How long were they together?
That's a really good question. My sister would know. My sister keeps like the family chronology. Is that the word? Chronology?
Chronicles, whatever.
Yeah, the Chronicles. Yeah, the Chronicles of Peluso.
20 years they together, maybe?
Yeah, give or take.
It's a long time, man. Marriage is crazy, man.
How long have you been married?
27.
It's
27 years, man. It's fucking wild, man.
You can't. Here's my thought on it.
I'm very
lucky,
though. I married my best friend. Yeah.
That's important.
You gotta be friends first, man.
You have to have that basis. You have to want to.
We didn't even do it for the longest time. Like, I had to work for that shit.
That's the thing.
My wife made me work for that shit because
good for her.
She liked me for a long time, and I didn't trust women. I'd just been cheated on, and I played hard to get in my own way, and she was after me for so long. And she worked at New York. She worked at Limelight Palladium. We used to always go there and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And she made me work for that shit. And then we finally did it. We did it in Rome. That was the first time we ever did it, by the Rome Coliseum.
That's romantic.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm hopeless romantic. No, I'm romantic. But yeah, so I got my chance with her. So yeah.
That having that friendship basis, and I would imagine marriage is consistent work.
Totally.
You can't ever neglect it.
You can't.
In any way.
Especially when the kids get in the mix too, dude.
Right.
It changes everything, man. Just like your quality time, everything, dude. You gotta figure it out, man. You know? I can't imagine having more than one kid, dude.
Oh my gosh. These people have multiple children. How are you doing it?
I know.
By the grace of God, how are you doing this?
I know.
You meet people and they got like a whole house full.
They got like fucking, the Wu-Tang, like fucking mad people.
How are you feeding all of these?
I know.
It's so expensive.
Did you ever want to be married?
You know, I never daydreamed about marriage or kids. But I always daydreamed about, I think, more like entertainment. I don't know why it was just that was my daydream.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it. It's something that I'm open to for sure.
Yeah.
Because I like commitment. I'm good in that.
Yeah.
I like.
You hopeless romantic?
Not hopeless.
Okay.
But definitely a romantic.
Yeah.
I think maybe for a few years I was, maybe in my 20s, because I grew up on rom-coms.
Yeah.
They painted a picture that I was like, oh, this is the way it should be. Great.
It's so funny. I had somebody here yesterday talking about that. He's been married a long time too, how people have it twisted that rom-coms and all this other shit is what marriage is when it's not. It's like nothing like that. Obviously, there's romance, but like it's work, man. It's a fucking partnership. It's so many things. There's so many ups and downs,
And sometimes it's boring.
Totally.
Like,
totally.
And that to me, that's great.
Yeah.
I miss boredom. We used to have so much boredom. And then this.
I know, man. That shit ruined everything.
It ruined everything. And boredom's the playground for the brain. And the nap time.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
In the day to have some sort of level of boredom.
Just your creativity level has been down since the phones.
Hell yeah.
Because when you're by yourself, you're just trying to think of things to do throughout the day and use your brain, read, just whatever, Like,
right.
I don't know.
And I think that's why there is definitely a level of apathy everyone's feeling. A level of, just like a car that's you're trying to get it running and it just won't run the way it used to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it can't. There's something that's not working as well.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen when social media goes away. Oh, is it going to go? Is it going to go away?
Well, they're talking about. I thought that they were talking about, like, the government was discussing putting more regulations on social media. I don't know how you would regulate that. Dude. It seems too big and too difficult.
It's kind of too late, man. Kids have seen everything on that shit.
Yeah. How do you regulate the internet? And also then you get into like censorship. And I think it's a really tough thing to sort of regulate. Yeah. It seems difficult. I don't know,
There's so much money involved in it now.
So much money. And
it's crazy, dude. We're so desensitized to so many things because of just scrolling. Now I see people like robbing fucking the mall, people getting shot, getting run over by cars, people getting stabbed, eaten by animals and sharks. It's just like, normal. It's not fucking normal, dude. It does something to your psyche.
We're not meant to see that.
No. It's fucking all day, dude.
It also, I believe we're not meant to see all of that. I also believe we're not meant to, there's a beauty in scarcity. Scarcity is the thing that makes us travel. Yeah. We don't have this here, but they have it there. Mm-hmm. They speak this language there. They have this tradition there.
Great point.
And I think we're experiencing the result of having too much. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't be able to get acai here. Maybe you should have to travel to go get that shit in Brazil.
Mm-hmm. We just go Postmates it and get it right now.
Right now, you and I could have the most delicious acai. Totally. Now, that's great. Yeah. And maybe it would encourage us to go travel, but why would we have to?
I know. I'm going to Brazil in 2 weeks. I can't wait to get acai, even though I know it's I like the ones here better because they're less sugar and they're gluten-free and they're vegan. But the ones that are like so much sugar. But I know what you're saying. That's a great point, though. You just go swipe, get the acai right now.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh, I'm going to go. I want those shoes. Okay, that guy's wearing shoes. Okay, I'm going to get the shoes. It's just like now, everything, man.
Instant gratification is not good for the soul, the brain, the mind, body. The struggle is the most important aspect of the human experience.
A lot of these kids don't have that right now.
No, and that's why they're miserable. That's why they're lost. That's why they don't have a due north. Struggle is like an extinct animal. You know, it's like it's one more whale swimming around. It's the last one.
Yeah.
And
work ethic. A lot of these kids, they just want to be famous by doing something crazy on the internet.
Yeah, and that's also struggle. They don't want to work hard.
I know, dude.
You don't want to struggle. And it's changing everything. I see it in entertainment where, flash in the pan YouTube stars are taking up weekends at comedy clubs. And you're also, not only are you supporting someone who's not necessarily an artist, you're also kind of starting to brainwash your audience into what art and entertainment is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of big comedians my son knows from YouTube.
Wild. And things evolve.
Selling out fucking massive places. I know, dude.
It's weird. You kind of have to I guess it's a balance of what used to be and what is now, like evolving and
totally
riding with a technological wave. But like you said, what if social media and everything just went away?
I know.
You know what would happen? We'd talk to our fucking neighbor.
I know.
We'd have a barbecue.
I know.
We'd walk down the street. We'd go to a play. We'd get out and live life. We've become the people from, what's that movie? WALL-E. Remember when they're on the ship?
WALL-E's great. Yeah.
It's great.
I know.
Don't watch it on an edible because you'll be like, oh, God, I am a part of this now. I watched it on an edible. I was like, oh, this is it. This is happening.
Maybe for us it'd be easy because we're an older generation, but the younger kids, they might be like, whoa, what do I do?
Yeah.
How do I meet my friend at a show? That's texting. But I remember going to shows and saying, like, I'll see you next Sunday at CBGB's. So I wouldn't talk to that person all week and I just see him next week.
You'd find them.
Yeah, they'd be there.
You'd find them.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, people travel across miles, state lines.
Yeah.
Freaking covered wagon. They'd find their way.
I know.
Humans will always find the way. The way we get messed up is when we get in the way of ourselves, and all this technology is, like you said,
we count on it so much.
We count on it so much, and
you can't find your phone for like 5 or 10 minutes. You're like, oh my God, what the fuck? It's crazy, man.
It's crack.
It's scary, dude.
Everyone acts like they're not an addict. Every single person is addicted.
You check your hours on there and stuff?
Are you kidding? This is like crack. It's a drug. It's like, I need it to work.
It's the extension of the human arm. That's what Steve Jobs said he wanted to create.
And he did.
It's part of our bodies. It's the last thing you look at before you go to bed and the first thing you look when you wake up, probably, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's not good.
You shut it off at night?
I don't shut it off, but my notifications are never on. It's by my bed.
It's not good for you, girl.
It's not good.
No.
I have...
What are you going to miss? You're going to sleep. You need fucking beauty sleep.
Yeah, I don't need it in there.
I shut my shit completely off and go to bed and look at that shit.
I might start shutting it off too.
It's not good to have it on too, supposedly.
The EMF.
Just record, just whatever, dude.
They say the electric magnetic.
But you're not going to miss anything while you're sleeping, dude.
No. That's
the thing. It's the fear of missing out and missing something important.
Yeah. It's so unnecessary to have it right by the bed. The only reason why it's right by the bed so you can grab it in the fucking morning. It's a drug.
Are you looking at it in the dark too at night?
Only if there's something going on, like if in very rare instances where like maybe my sister or my brother-in-law was sick or like if there was something where I needed to check on something, but no, I don't. My boyfriend checks it like 4 or 5 times in the night. He's got a definite issue, but we all do. I mean, this thing is like you need it for socializing. You need it to go out.
We just need it to promote.
Yeah.
Because you already got a man, so you're good.
Yeah. And I honestly, I drive everyone nuts. I have DND all day. I have no notifications on this.
I love it. That's great.
I'm not fucking around, but I think I'm going to start shutting it off at night. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I really do that.
Oh, also my meter's probably up.
You might have alarm come. When an alarm come on?
I didn't set the alarm.
Oh, Max put Max, come here.
Max, I need you. Ah, Arnold. Arnold.
What? I think he's coming in. Maximus. Okay, well, we're going to pause. We'll pause.
Want to pause and I can run out and do it? He's savvy.
Yeah. He's very out.
I'm just checking time. I got until like 1. Is that good for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's very outspoken, very sweet and very...
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you.
He seems like all there.
Yeah.
How old is he?
21. So are you doing any stand-up before you end up in Cambridge, Mass? Like, you try, you do something in Syracuse?
I did.
And how do you end up there?
I followed a boyfriend.
Damn, it's always the man.
It's a boyfriend.
It's always for love.
Yeah, it's for love. But then I also, I wanted out of Syracuse. I felt the limitation of it.
Yeah.
And I felt like I could go further.
Yeah.
Than the boundaries.
But why Cambridge? Is because there was good comedy out there?
I was Boston. I was just down the street from Boston College. I was actually on Comm Ave between Boston College and Boston University.
That's my mom right there.
Yeah. We're right near Marty's Liquors.
Come on.
Yeah, Arlington is what the neighborhood was. You ever play at Harper's Ferry?
Nah.
Oh, wow.
Harper's Ferry.
Harper's Ferry, yeah.
No, I haven't. I love the accent so much. I don't know why. It's so annoying, but I love it for some reason.
Harper's Ferry.
Dude.
People are just... But there's nothing better than someone from Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you like Boston when you got there?
I did. I felt exposed to all different types of smells and people and cultures. It felt bigger, even though it's not that big of a city.
It's not. It's a pretty clean city, it seems.
It's beautiful.
I know.
It's so beautiful.
Could you live there, though? Again? Or was that?
It's so hard. It's like you. It's like I do love it here, but I feel like I don't know where else I would live. I don't know if I could live there again. I'm not someone who likes to go backwards.
That's what I'm saying.
I like to forge the new path.
So without going to the East Coast and you're in California, like where else would you go? I don't fucking know, man.
Montana?
Austin's pretty chill.
I think I get sick of it.
I like visiting there, actually, yeah.
That humidity?
True. East Coast has humidity, though.
They do. Summer
mosquitoes,
humidity.
too.
Oh, God. Those nasty things. Those things are so annoying. I like those guns that people have. Like, they shoot salt at bugs.
Really?
Yeah, that's fun. It's like, they look like real guns. You just, like, murder bugs.
With salt?
With salt. It's like, it shoots out. It's like a buckshot of salt.
Weird.
Yeah.
I know.
A little aggressive. It feels like something that Kid Rock maybe made. Some merch.
It's this new merch.
Yeah, it should be. If it's not, it should be.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So your first stand-up was in Cambridge?
Yeah, I think it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, my first stand-up show was in Cambridge. My dad came out to it.
Really?
Yeah. It was. And what
funny. Were you talking about? Like, what was like?
I joined this like writing group
called the Tribe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did some research.
Come on, girl.
You did some Googling. You got notes. You got handwritten notes.
It's always every guest.
I love the genius, the madness.
Every guest. I have all my shit.
That's great. Yeah.
My OCD.
I know. Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm not.
What are you?
I'm fucking Aries.
Did you tell me that?
What does Aries mean? I don't fucking know. I'm looking into that.
Aries
stuff.
is the first sign.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So you're like, you're basically like the trendsetter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't know any traits. I'm not gonna try and act like I'm one of these girls that has a rose quartz in one of her orifices.
So your dad came out. That's cool.
Yeah, he came out and saw the first show.
And how did you bomb? Was it good?
No, I had like beginner's luck.
Damn.
I killed it. I was like the best one on the show.
Damn.
Yeah.
How old are you then?
19.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And there's actually a recording that I have that I plan on using in a special because I haven't done a special yet, and that's my next goal.
That's right. You haven't done one.
Mm-mm.
It's interesting about comedians, how long they're in the game before they have a special. I think it's really cool. I saw Bill Burr talking about it once, I think. Like, you're paying your dues, you're getting out there, you're trying your material over and over again, new things, and you kind of not graduate to that. But after, like, what happens after, once you do a special, then what? It's a whole new thing?
It's a whole new thing,
Then you stop doing the stuff you've been doing all this time?
Yeah, you're supposed to retire it.
Gotcha.
I have heard there's a level of depression afterwards because this material's been a part of your repertoire for some time.
Totally.
I mean, I don't think there's any jokes that are like 20 years old, but I just haven't recorded anything yet.
Why is that? Is that by choice?
Yeah, it takes me a while to come around to things sometimes, especially like bigger goals.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to be great. I'm a perfectionist, and that's probably something that definitely holds me back sometimes. But I'm not somebody who's going to be putting out special after special after special.
Yeah.
You know, some of these people just year after year after year.
They do.
I don't need to be that prolific. I don't have that much to say. I want to just put like a couple out that are groundbreaking.
It's amazing. Yeah.
You know, like what you saw is kind of closer to what I would film.
Totally.
So, you know, but I am impressed by people who just pound out material like that. Some people are just machines.
Man.
Like Bill's a machine.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Man.
And
Chris Rock, that last one he did was incredible.
Bigger and blacker.
Dude. I mean, Chappelle is like the fucking greatest, man.
Yeah. And
you can't cancel Chappelle. You can't cancel anybody, but he just said it. He set the tone for all you comedians, just all the comedians. It's like, yo, this is what we do. This is what we talk about. Fuck off. You can't cancel us. I feel like you kind of set that tone.
Yeah, we're a reflection of society.
Mm-hmm.
We're a place where we're talking about all of the emotions and the frustrations and the anger and the anxiety and the fear. We are the vehicle, the vessel.
You're saying the shit people want to say online or want to express or want to say.
And it's just to make you laugh.
Totally.
And to think, sure.
Absolutely.
But.
And to escape.
Hello. It's healing.
It's totally healing. Comedy's fucking incredible.
We all take ourselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
We're so stressed. We're filled with fear. We've lost connection to our creativity, like you were mentioning before. And I think we all just are too serious.
For our own good. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Yeah, and life's too short to be that fucking serious. And there's enough serious shit happening all around us. I feel like comedy's bigger than it ever fucking was, man.
I feel opposite, but maybe in different ways.
That whole Netflix is a joke thing was crazy when it took over LA and shit for a couple of weeks. That was pretty interesting.
Everyone was on it. There was no discernment. I don't know if that's a word. Threw it right out.
Whatever. It's a great word. It's a big one.
We gotta. What's the over under?
I didn't go to college either.
Do you think it was a word? I'm gonna Google
discernment.
it.
Yeah, Google it.
Discernment.
But that was so cool seeing that everywhere.
It was cool, but I also was like, everyone's a. Oh wait.
Everyone's a comedian.
It's a word.
See?
Delicate discrimination. There was no delicate discrimination.
Yeah.
And it to me, it was. I mean, I was a part of it, so it was awesome.
Yeah, that's where I saw you.
But I think what they're doing, my theory on the festival is that they're planning on taking over or creating a big festival. And so they were testing the waters. Yeah. Because that's the way you do it. You just blanket the whole city.
Totally.
We're taking over.
Is that like a goal? Is Netflix like a goal for all comedians?
I think a lot of comedians.
End all be all of everything.
A
Netflix.
Streamer of some sorts. But Netflix is,
YouTube's chill.
YouTube's chill. YouTube gives you, some.
And you get paid.
Creative control, but you can get pinged. You can't do anything on YouTube.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Sometimes...
There's censorship on there?
Yeah, there's censorship on YouTube.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I get some things that are like...
But I'm sure there's some censorship on Netflix once they see your thing, if they think some things are out of control. No, maybe not.
There shouldn't be.
Yeah, but I wonder if there is.
There should be.
Some of
just
the
give them a warning. I have a real problem with me being able to walk into a grocery store and buy food that slowly kills me. That's clearly poison. Okay, I have my own free will.
True.
I get that. But that's available right on a shelf.
Yeah.
And you're going to cut off words from someone.
Yeah. That's a good point.
The words may hurt, but that hurt is connected to truth. There's a possibility for understanding in a deeper level with communication and with that art form.
Yeah.
But to censor to me seems, well, so you're doing this because you want to protect me, but you're allowing me to walk into a store and poison myself.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It doesn't make sense.
That's because society doesn't see that as poison. Nobody talks about it like that, though.
No, I feel like it's starting I feel like the food industry, the FDA, all of that is starting to sort of, there are whistleblowers that are pulling the bricks from those walls.
For sure. Pharmaceuticals, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about social media too, man. Everybody's getting everything's exposed.
It's all starting to get exposed. And then it gets confusing because then people create videos that are fake that are promoted as
totally.
Like, how do you know what is real?
Exactly, because everybody debates both sides always, so you don't know what's what. You can find anything you want that you believe in on the internet.
And the other thing that's frustrating is like, I do read like New York Times or New Yorker. Well, one of those.
That's cool. You still do that though. You read actual newspaper online?
No, online.
Okay.
God, you know what? You just made me. I get the news. I get the New Yorker magazine.
Sick.
I was influenced by my man who does it, and I love their articles. I was reading them anyways online. I was like, I'm gonna get the magazine.
Yeah.
Old school newspaper. I fucking love a newspaper, so I think I might start getting the newspaper. But even the New York Times has started to do these bait. What are they? Clickbait.
Clickbait. Yeah.
Their headlines will be bait. Like clickbait. And I'm like, no, you can't do that.
No.
You're supposed to be like, an institution, an editorial institution.
Exactly, yeah.
I need to be able to trust
you. Above
you.
all that stuff.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the upper echelon.
That's like the trash magazines and all the gossip magazines.
Don't stoop to that.
Yeah.
So now you're worried about likes and clicks? No, where's the truth?
Well, that's probably the young kids who started working. I don't know. Who knows?
It's really wild, and it's sort of a thing where, you're told how things are. Like there's videos, and you're told what's going on in these other places, and you're told this is happening. Yeah, you're told what's good for you. But if you really get out in the world, it's a lot different. It's so much more different. People are not, at least in my experience, people are not as bad.
I agree, man.
As they all are perceived to be.
Dude, during the whole pandemic, I would see all this shit on the news, and then I go take a walk, and people would be walking around outside. It wasn't zombies. Everything wasn't fucking on fire. Like online, it looked so, even LA during all the crazy stuff, like it wasn't like that when you went outside, but nobody was going outside. People were so scared because they were on the fucking phones all day, reading all this shit. It was just like, that was a crazy eye-opener for us. It's like during the pandemic, just the lockdown shit and just going outside, going to the ocean with my son, learning how to surf, going to Runyon Canyon. You had to wear a mask up there. They were checking your mask. It was crazy. But just all that shit. You're outside, have to put a mask. It was just a wild time. All that shit was wild, dude.
It really was. And,
But just the reality from the internet than real life. That's what I'm saying. The perspective, all that shit is just so...
It feels like if you could look at the effects of a video on a population, just one video, like a news story or something.
Yeah.
It's a burst of energy. Like the way I could equate it, the analogy that comes to my mind is like you put a bunch of rats in a maze, or you just put them in a controlled like test, and you inject them with something and see what the reaction is. You inject them with meth and see how they react. You inject them with cocaine and maybe inject them with too much vitamin A and see. It feels like we're being tested with these injections of information. And it would be interesting,
True.
like I don't feel like we can see what the collective effect is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe we can, because people also feel a little wild.
Yeah.
A little unhinged.
Totally.
In LA, at least.
Yeah. But also online, LA looks fucking crazy.
That's
as
what I'm saying. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like where
I walk everywhere and I see all kinds of people out there living and doing things and stuff. Yeah, obviously there's homeless people, some zombies out there towards your neck of the woods. But
for real.
But I'm just saying, I walk to Melrose, I walk everywhere. I'm everywhere. I see all kinds of people out living and people riding their bikes and people. I don't know, man. But then online, it just looks crazy. Like home invasions in Hancock Park. Just all this shit.
Did you see that guy a couple of days ago try to steal a baby out of a man's hand?
I did see that.
That was...
Where was that?
Where was that? It was in L.A.
Yeah.
And then that guy was like having a mental break.
Yeah.
And here's a thought I had, because I was thinking about that on the way here. So... that's the story. That's allegedly what happened with this guy. This guy had a mental break, probably drugs, drug-induced, some sort of like psychosis. That's what that caption said at that time. Who knows if it's evolved. But then I thought there are people in the world, and maybe rightfully so, I don't know, that would defend him.
Yeah.
For trying to take this baby. They'd be like, well, he's mentally unhinged. He's unstable. He needs help.
Yeah.
And like supporting him. Yeah, but
he didn't mean to do it.
Take a baby.
I know.
What was he going to do with the 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Have you ever had it? The guy obviously never had a 2-year-old. They're horrible.
Yeah.
You don't want a 2-year-old. They can't talk.
Yeah.
They're
shitting
running
everywhere.
around.
Yeah.
It's like hell. You don't want
a toddler. That's what I'm saying. There's both sides. There's sides for everything, though. There's arguments for everything.
And it's wild. It's really wild. I was thinking about that. I'm like, people are probably going to defend this guy. Like, well, he needs resources. And they might not be wrong.
It's the governor's fault or this person's fault. The home, which is, a lot of that shit's true, too.
He might not. They might not be wrong.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that is a conversation that is being had.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a thought in my mind. I'm like, there's probably people who want to defend this dude who tried to steal this baby.
Yeah.
He ended up
coaches, every kind of coaches, everything, dude. Fucking, it's crazy, man.
And who knows? Who knows what he was going through?
Yeah.
I mean, the human psyche is a mystery.
It is. It's crazy seeing all those videos, all that stuff. I did see that video. It was fucking crazy, dude. There's been more than one like that. The babies being taken away for sure.
It's wild. In Venice, there was this group of Eastern European guys. I don't know if they caught them, but they had some surveillance of them. They had a white van. I mean, they must have gone to Party City to get this costume. They got the white van and, Euro trash outfits. They were using puppies to lure women into their white van.
Wow, dude.
And there was photos of...
And he's kidnapping the women?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
And then it's like...
That shit's like a movie.
It's like a movie. In my mind, I'm like, I didn't research further. As a woman living in Venice, I didn't research further. Were there guys with a van? Or is this just someone entertaining themselves, putting some fear-mongering...
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what's real and what's fake.
Yeah, what if it was just a nice guy with a puppy?
Yeah.
And someone took a photo and created a narrative.
Totally.
We don't know. There are crazy people walking in the street. There are crazy people sitting at home on their computer.
Totally, man. It's really scary, man.
That's mental warfare.
It is.
And people get off on inciting that.
Yeah. And we don't know the difference anymore.
No, we don't. And so that's
even with the news on TV, what's real? And the news online,
God.
or I don't know, all the presidents, all this other shit, dude.
Give me that 1980s news where it's like
when the presidents weren't on Twitter and stuff talking shit.
And the worst thing, the most terrifying thing was when they were like, something in your fridge may be killing you. More at 11, and you're like, we got to get back at 11. The fuck is it?
Dude, that's so true.
We had just the one thing to be afraid of.
You're so right, man.
And then you could fix it. You're like,
there's a recall on fucking Kraft macaroni.
Yeah, we can't have Kraft macaroni. That's okay. They'll fix it in a couple months.
Dude, but it's so true. That was like the thing. It wasn't like all day on your phone, all these things, dude.
We are inundated with
That's bad for you. The seed oils. I seen the oil shit now everywhere. Like, don't eat these oils.
What does Huberman say? Do we know?
That's a great. I'll ask him.
You got to ask him because
I'll text about the oils because I am curious about the oils. It's a big thing people are talking about.
I heard that the soybean, the
vegetable,
Canadian oil, the vegetable oil, all that is carcinogenic. It is manufactured.
Palm oil is the bad one.
Palm oil is bad for the deforestation.
Yes.
And I just want 1980s news. I want bomb pops. I want Velveeta shells and cheese. I want TGI Friday entertainment and in simplicity.
Yeah. Everything's bad for you now. Everything causes something bad.
I think humans left to their own devices without limitations, without tradition, and I dare I say without religion, without some sort of institutions surrounding our existence, we're wild. Left to our own devices may not be so great for some of us.
Yeah. Because
some of us can't handle it. You and I see it firsthand. I mean, living in New York.
Totally.
The disparity was it was different. I don't know why. Maybe getting older, your thought process is different. But being in LA, I will say that the homeless energy in the homeless community feels different.
Yeah, man.
It feels a little more unhinged.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It does if you go with certain parts, but when I'm walking towards your area, there's a couple tents that have like TVs and satellite dishes, and this one like military dude, I see him every fucking day. He gives me like a nod. He's in there like eating soup, reading the newspaper. He has a fucking TV.
Living.
He's got some sort of he's got cords going into somebody else's house. It's this huge tent on Venice. It's like 4 blocks from here.
Sounds like Tom Green.
And then I walked by a house the other day where it was like, there was a big Trump cutout in the dude's window with Trump 2024. And then around the corner was a flag and it said, and he had spray painted like, I dare you to come into my yard. Across the street was a Harris thing. This is like in my neighborhood now. It's fucking crazy. Just seeing all this shit, dude. I'm like, where am I?
I think one of the things we're all experiencing are forms of extremism.
Yeah.
Closer to our environments.
Totally.
And people are becoming more extreme because of our phones.
True.
It's wild. Like, I went to this gallery, like this artist event last week. And Stella.
No
What's
way.
it mean if she does it 3 times?
I feel like you're the number one guest on the podcast. I mean, you're going to get a trophy or something.
Her butt is...
I'm so sorry,
It
dude.
is like a one of those things that Genie comes out of. What is that thing?
Genie in the bottle.
Do you know the yeah? It's like it
I'm
is.
so sorry.
It's
man.
a Middle Eastern genie.
Nope, she's never farted 3 times in somebody.
Estelle.
She's so comfortable with you, though.
Oh, honey.
I'm sorry. Wait, all this time to come to my potty and getting shit on by my dog.
She's so fine.
What were we saying before that?
We're talking about like extremism.
Yeah.
It's really people have become more extreme because of our phones. And
I blame phones on everything, man. Because what else is it? It's what every single person's on every day, all day long.
And one of the things that I have come to understand, one of the things that really affects and what we're experiencing are the dopamine dumps. So we're no longer getting dopamine the way we should, which is communicating with our friends, out in nature.
Absolutely.
More natural exercising, dancing, like those more natural dopamine and inducing activities.
Yeah.
We're just dopamine dumping. Scroll, hit a dopamine. And we are numbing and have evolved the way our brains have administered dopamine.
Totally. Like 10, 20 years from now, we're going to find out crazy shit about these phones and our brains, all that stuff, dude.
I would even think that they would be, like, cell phones would contribute to memory loss, to dementia, to all sorts of cognitive issues.
Yeah.
Remember writing notes down? I still do. I do to-dos.
Yeah. I have notepads. I have Post-its and shit.
I remember a time before taking comedy notes on this.
I see comedians on their phones doing the notes now, but yeah.
Yeah, and I bring a pen and pad.
Yeah.
There's something, that's just a mechanical connective activity between your hand, your mind, and your brain.
Yeah.
That we're already losing. Like, these kids, do they even write in school?
No, I don't think so, man.
They're on iPads.
I don't think they even taught cursive in my son's school, to be honest.
No, they got rid of cursive. Cursive is gone.
And math is different too. There's a whole way to do
1 + 1. That's it.
Yeah, but this new way to do math now is crazy. My son graduated on Zoom during the pandemic. That was totally weird too.
It's not natural.
I know, but everything's through this shit. That's why it's so crazy, man.
It is crazy.
So we're back to Boston for 1 second. So you're doing stand-up in Boston.
Yeah.
How long are you doing that for before you start getting like a name for yourself?
I was there for 4 years and then I moved to New York.
Yeah. I know.
And then I was in New York for a decade.
Girl code shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right. Girl code was probably the first big thing. I did Tyra Banks' talk show.
That's pretty sick.
Guest on the side. They were like testing out having guests on the side, and I had a great time.
That's cool.
That was a lot of fun.
I forgot you had a show.
Yeah. I felt like, oh man, I made it big. I'm Tyra Banks' guest on the side. I had no idea.
Well, you just grinding in New York, doing the same thing, just
stand up, taking auditions.
It's a different level in New York, right?
It is. It's
because you could do all week long if you want. Do stand up, right?
You could do five shows a night.
It's crazy, dude.
And
you're walking everywhere too.
Yeah,
so easy.
There's probably 5 shows within a 6-block radius.
Damn.
Down in McDougal.
McDougal,
yeah.
Yes. Did you like New York?
West 3rd. Yeah, I loved it.
I know.
The city has a heartbeat.
It really does. It still has it. It's different, but yeah.
And I mean, what's going to happen with the mayor?
I just saw that.
I was like, ruh-roh, in an election year?
Dude, what is going on? I know,
What is going on?
Everybody's scandalous.
Everyone's so corrupt.
Who's coming? Like, this Diddy shit, like, not to get into all that, but like, he's not the only one. There's gonna be, dude, he's going to maybe take some people down with him.
Yeah, why is it taking so long? Where's the list?
I know.
Give us a list in the details.
We never got the list on Homeboy's Island either, though. We never really saw that either, though.
He's like the Black Jeffrey Epstein.
And they're the same jail, I heard, the same prison, same spot. It's so crazy.
What if Pitty dies in prison?
I know. I don't know if he's too much like narcissistic or egomaniac to like take his own life. He's got a lot of children. I don't know, man.
I'm saying, what if he gets killed?
I think he's totally like separated somewhere. I don't fucking know, man. But now I believe all this shit with like getting Pac killed, all that shit.
Oh yeah,
come on, dude.
He's shown a side of him that shows that he has a disregard for human life.
Crazy was in the park playing hacky sack in Central Park earlier that day. I don't know if you saw footage of that. This motherfucker's playing. Who's playing hacky sack?
Hacky sack. He's like, look, I'm one of you. He's doing like one of the whitest activities he could find.
He's playing hacky sack in Central Park hours before, dude. It's crazy because throughout my whole entire life, all the people I met, people in the industry, people in music, people, actors that I know that fool, you know, they always said, yo, they would say things about him. Like
that he
was off. Yeah, 100%.
He
over
seemed
20 years
off.
I've been hearing that from everybody, but somehow people have been paid off or whatever. Fucking
people like to be close to any kind of greatness.
100%.
Doesn't matter if it's evil.
I know. It's just crazy seeing like all of the photos. Obviously, everybody get a photo with somebody. That doesn't mean anything, but
people are so lost. They're willing to attach themselves to anything to feel a part of something bigger than them.
I know.
And it's
people just jockeying celebrities, just all that shit. Just interesting to me. I mean, they're treating Trump like he's a fucking celebrity. They're treating these presidents like they're fucking give a fuck about anybody but themselves, which is so crazy to me.
It's crazy.
It's the first time in my life I see people. I was at Newark Airport. They were selling Harris and Trump merch. I'm like, yo, who's wearing fucking merch of a president?
Yeah, how nerdy are you?
So
what
weird.
a loser.
It's so weird. But it's weird though.
It is weird.
Don't you think it's weird?
Yeah, my sister. I mean, I'm
Trump dropping gold-looking fake Jordans just came out.
Oh my gosh! It just the merch. It is a strange thing because
life is.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
As a kid, maybe it was going on. Although it'd be kind of cool to get my hands on like a vintage.
I seen vintage
Kennedy T-shirt.
I've seen those. Maybe Reagan
That'd be kind
ones.
of great.
But
if anyone has one, send it my way.
But life is like an SNL skit right now. All this shit's like an SNL skit.
You're right.
It's so fucking
It's
crazy.
unbelievable. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Mm.
And for the first time in my life, I'm like, oh, life really is a ride.
Yeah.
We are on a fucking wild ride. And the harder you try to manipulate the tracks that you're on, it's going to be harder for you.
Yeah.
You buckle in and hope the seatbelt lasts. Yeah,
man, it's crazy.
It is. And
are you worried about getting canceled as a comedian or anything like that, or what you say?
No, I'm not edgy enough. I don't poke the bear enough in that sense to say anything
because that's just your style, or not because you're
that's because that's who I like as a person.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I don't have a strong enough opinion in those types of areas. The one area that always intrigues me and I'm forever intrigued by is I've always been by transgenders and how people treat them and how we're acting like this hasn't been around since the dawn of time.
Mm-hmm.
You think gay people just came about? They're born gay, mofo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of popes that are gay. There's a lot of people who are gay.
It's crazy how people are so like offended or scared or judgmental about people that they've never met or never will meet and have no effect on their fucking personal life,
so
and how
stupid.
It bothers them and scares them and makes them angry. You never even met this fucking person, man.
Why are you so mad that this guy is gay?
Dude, it's like, how's
gay?
How's it affecting you and bothering your life? That's the same with so many fucking things, though. But it's like that in particular is like so annoying.
The transgender thing is so wild to me. Like, who cares? But also, I'm in the middle of a lot of things. Also, don't be mad at me, and expect me. I don't think it's fair that I have this. There's an expectation that I address you or know how to address you. Right?
Everybody's still learning about that stuff.
You got to give people a
little bit of time, yeah.
And
because the last thing you want to do is disrespect somebody, make them feel uncomfortable, or say the wrong thing. Obviously,
right. But
it's all new to us.
Have a sense of humor about yourself.
Yeah.
Because for a minute, you're going to be a guy in a dress or a girl in dungarees. I don't know what you call them. Like, work
dungarees
boots.
is very old school.
I'm here bringing back some nostalgia.
Dungarees.
I'm here for TGI Friday networking. Okay.
Are dungarees jeans? Oh yeah.
I don't even know what they are. It's just what popped out of my head. Kind of like the word I had to double check.
Dude, dungarees is some old school shit.
That's some old school shit.
But I know what you're saying though. Yeah, it's
like. Here's where my brain goes, and I'm probably missing some details, and this is all for fun. But when I think of it all, I think of like Bruce Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Bruce Jenner was kind of like pre-transitioning, and he had a vehicular moment where he killed a woman?
Yes.
And then he became a woman, and we all forgot about that, and then he became like, wasn't he like Woman of the Year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, that whole time, that whole encapsulated moment in life was crazy.
Yeah. Happened so fast, it seemed to. Yeah.
It happened so fast. Like, wait, he just killed a woman, became a woman, and now he's the best at being a woman?
Was that before the pandemic or during the pandemic?
I think it was right before. I think vehicular homicide? Is that what they call it?
Vehicular manslaughter? I don't know.
Manslaughter, something like that. I believe that was like pre-quarantine, do we want to say?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2019. That's my guess. What's your guess?
I would say 2019. Yeah, right before that.
It was in Malibu, wasn't it?
Probably.
Pays $800,000 2015. In
2015, wow.
Caitlyn Jenner. So imagine, how does that work though? If you commit the crime as a man, but then you're tried as a woman.
Doesn't really matter, I guess. You're still the same You're still the same person, the same age, right? It doesn't really matter what that is. You're still, still that same human.
Caitlyn Jenner will not be charged in fatal crash. Prosecutors decided to not charge her with vehicular manslaughter for a fatal crash that left one woman dead. You have to ask yourself, had it been Bruce Jenner, would they have charged? Because
that's interesting.
Now they're dealing with a transgender. So if they had accused her, would the transgender community had come after them? It's just there's so many.
That's interesting.
And I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious about it all.
If Bruce Jenner from the Wheaties boxes,
yeah. It's just it's an interesting. As a woman, it's interesting to watch these things unfold.
I think no matter what version of Jenner it was, it's still murder. Like somebody still got killed.
Yes.
So it's like, I think that whole thing had to be probably kept quiet anyway because it was a horrible thing. I don't know what happened.
That's a good
Do you know
point.
what I'm saying?
There's
so it doesn't really matter which version of Jenner it was.
Someone died.
It still happened, and then that's like, to have that come out alone is crazy. But it came out and went by pretty fast. I remember that.
It's so insane. And then like the whole Leah Thompson, that the athlete.
Oh yeah. Do you talk about this in stand-up at all or no?
I never have, but it's interesting to me. The transgender thing is interesting. I just am intrigued by how vile people can be.
There's a show we've been watching. It's on Jubilee on YouTube. It's called Common Ground. You heard about this show?
No.
Oh my God. So it'll be one liberal surrounded. He's 21 years old, surrounded by 21-year-old Republicans.
Is it scripted or not?
No, they're face to face. They take turns debating about presidents versus presidents, gay versus straight.
Wow.
African Americans versus black people in America. We watched it last night. There's every side, gay versus trans versus, and they go in these circles and it's like timed and they get to talk about shit without yelling. It's so sick. We're obsessed with it. It's how the debate should have been.
Yeah. We've lost
common ground.
The ability to.
Because nobody does it. Nobody talks in front of each other. And
everyone
like
has, every single person has some common ground. It's genius.
100%.
Is that what they get to?
100%.
Wow, I just got chills.
It's so fucking beautiful. We've been watching it every fucking night.
What a great idea.
I know, but this one kid, he was the only one for Harris, and the other one's all for Trump. But they're all like my son's age, and they all take turns face to face, and then they show the actual facts across the screen of who said something right, who something wrong. It's all fact checked. It's fucking genius.
That's genius.
That's how the debates should have been. Debates were crazy.
Politics have turned into entertainment.
Are you into politics?
Every time I attempt to educate myself more, I become so infuriated, and I feel like maybe that fury should propel me deeper into it.
Yeah.
But I feel this lack of confidence that I can really make any headway in any area.
Or difference. Like the one vote or just whatever, yeah.
I feel like that's sort of what happens to people who get into politics, right? You start off, like I have an uncle who ran for local politics.
Yeah.
You know, like local city council or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know if it was mayor. It might have been mayor for this little town. But I think a lot of these politicians enter into politics with a pure heart and a real desire to make change.
Absolutely.
And then they get put through the fucking system.
But then they're just a puppet because there's a bunch of people pulling strings that are there. Like Obama, everybody. He was incredible. I had so much hope, no pun intended, for change and all that stuff. And then once they get in there, see how old Obama looked when he got out of that shit? Dude,
Obama looked like he went in going to vacation and then got kidnapped.
Still a handsome dude. But yeah.
That's a great idea. I could do that as a joke.
Dude, but you should write it down. But that was crazy. Like, because then
he came out looking rough.
They had these goals and these dreams of what they want to do. Then once they get in, that's like, oh, he's just old dude's back here. Nope.
It's back pocketing. It's all back pocketing.
But to us, we believe that they are going to make those changes and they want to make the world a better place, which they do. But then when they get in, they're really just powerless, man. So that's what's crazy when I see people worshiping these candidates like they're fucking going to save everybody, dude. I've never felt saved by any fucking president. I've never felt anything like that.
It's jersey sport. What jersey are you wearing? You wearing red? You wearing blue? You red or blue?
Did you see Ice-T did a whole post? He called them Democrats and Republic
Bloods? Dude,
it broke the whole shit down, dude.
That's genius.
It's so fucking genius. It was like, holy shit, I never think about it like that.
Both of the sides have very questionable tactics, and both sides are corrupt.
Totally. And then also both sides is probably a common ground for both sides. Like
that's a great point.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes, but
we're all fucking humans that all want to live in a safe place with our families, with our kids, just whatever. Be safe and live in this world together.
I have to wonder.
Nobody likes violence or fucking, I don't know.
No, humans.
Or war. I don't know.
That type of suffering is not what I'm discussing when like in the beginning, I'm talking about like we all need to suffer or struggle.
Of course. Pay your fucking dues.
Yeah, pay your dues.
Sleep on the floor, fucking share a room with somebody at the hotel,
yeah.
or fucking go in a van and fucking
eat some cheap ass lunch.
Do comedy to 3 people or play a show to 5 people in a fucking basement in New Jersey.
We all have to pay our dues.
All that shit. Nobody's out there doing that shit.
No. And, politics gets so frustrating because it also feels like because of the machine that is the political system, they come out on the other side and it's all personal interest. Now they're in a game of personal interest.
Yeah.
They've lost the desire. And maybe a lot like me being frustrated because I get overwhelmed with all of the layers of politics. There's so much to absorb.
Absolutely.
It gets overwhelming. And so maybe that's what happens to a lot of these politics too. They get in and they get overwhelmed by the red tape and the bureaucracy of it all.
And just give into it?
And they give in.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what?
Fuck it.
I guess if I'm going to sink or swim, I'm going to swim. And I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, man.
And there's probably a lot of that tug and pull.
That's a great point, actually.
It sucks, but it just feels like they're all out for themselves now. And I feel like there's no way that these politicians, especially the upper echelon ones, the more popular ones that are in the public eye more, that they're not looking at their phone and checking their likes.
Of course, man.
There's no way they're not affected by that.
They're 100% affected by that. Even our fucking governor, whatever the fuck his name is, do some all that, dude. All that, dude.
I don't think they should have any access to that. I think that should be like a public. Have somebody. I'm sure they do have people run their social media. But
I don't know about Trump, man. But during the pandemic, the Trump should give me anxiety, dude. He's talking shit about fucking foreign leaders and saying shit and saying dude, that shit killed me. That gave me the most anxiety. Is this motherfucker on Twitter? Then he got banned from Twitter.
That's right.
But now he's back because homeboy likes him. The Tesla dude. He's allowing him back to be on there and shit. You know what I mean? Like
I listen to everything.
I listen to all of it.
Did you listen to Elon and Donald have a live chat on X?
No, I can watch that.
It was fascinating.
You fuck with both sides and listen to everything, right?
I think it's smart to educate yourself.
Same.
About what everyone's talking about.
I watch all of it, dude.
I'm not in any way politically affluent. I'm a novice when it comes to this, but I'm not going to just listen to one side, and I'm not listening to the other side to be swayed either way.
Same.
I'm just curious.
Me too, man.
I'm curious what this wild mofo is about to say.
Yeah.
To our generation's quote unquote Nikola Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's like Einstein chatting with Trump, because there's no one like Trump. Let's be real.
No, man. He's like the most,
who do you equate him to?
He's like a living gangster. He gets away with everything. It's fucking unreal.
It's
man.
Insane what he gets away with. And so, yeah, I want to listen to that unedited.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Uncensored conversation between him and Elon Musk.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah,
good?
I'm gonna listen to that. Yeah, it was fascinating.
It's crazy to think about all the people that got all hyped and bought that Tesla truck years ago on a waiting list, and they loved him, and now they're like, they got the truck and like they don't agree with who he's endorsing himself with. They're like, fuck, I got this big ass truck and this dude's hanging with Trump. Like whoever bought, you know what I'm saying? Like, because all of a sudden that guy got more political and talking about different things since they ordered this fucking crazy ass truck from Road Warrior.
And that's why you can't. It's hard not to, but you can't jump on the flash in the pan trends.
Mm-hmm.
I always sit back and kind of wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, oh man, you got to check this out. You know, you got to get the this and then they get the that. I'm like, I'm going to wait 6 months and see if you get a rash.
Unless Huberman says it.
That's Stanford.
I'm on my AG1s. I'm on my sunlight in my face.
That's Stanford educated.
Yeah, I'm on my element fucking electrolytes. I'm on my fucking take my glasses, look at the sun every morning.
Yeah, you got to burn your retina.
Plunge sauna.
Yeah.
Some people talk like going out. It's a weird thing to say on the podcast, but we get naked and doing that shit in the sun. Weird shit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
putting your butthole to the sun.
Again, it's struggle. Shit. You're making your body struggle. Oh,
yeah.
Sunning your perineum.
Yes, that's some real shit, right?
Yeah.
How about grounding? Are you grounding
right now?
You are right now, but
yeah,
like, do you
I got my feet inside of Stella.
Do you go barefoot outside?
Yeah, I do.
That shit?
Absolutely.
Damn.
If I can't get out, I will go in my backyard and put my feet in my grass.
I'm going to start doing that.
There's something about the ions.
And that's real shit.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
That's what you should do a podcast called That's Real Shit. By the ocean, I feel that energy.
Do you go to the ocean?
Not as often as I used to, but...
It's crazy. Living in New York, I never went to the Empire State Building until my son was born. I went back and went inside that. But living there, I never went there. But people live by the beach and don't go there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I want to normalize being a tourist in your own city.
Mm.
I think it's important to know how other people come and enjoy your city.
Yeah.
It's important to see what they're doing so you can have another perspective.
Yeah.
So it's really important to like...
Can you walk to the beach where you live?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I can.
Good for you.
I can. It requires a butterfly knife, 2 different types of mace, and some really good running shoes.
Did you go to Gratitude?
Yeah, today you are sunshine. You are fulfilled. You are adored.
I'm fucking starving. That's what I am when I go there. Just give me the food. I love the food though, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it's okay. But you and I eat differently.
I know.
I can eat everything for the most part, but I don't know that I need all of that in my breakfast.
I hear. Yeah, it's true.
I don't know that Moringo. Who's that?
Yeah, there's
why is he here? He sounds like a Middle Earth warlock. What's he doing? Why is he blue?
It's the new Wolverine. I don't know if you've probably seen the Wolverine movie that came out recently. It was Wolverine versus Deadpool. No, what the fuck?
It was Deadpool.
Did you see it?
No, was it good?
Where there was a Gratitude character where he's got long hair and he just comes. It's so fucking good. It was the funniest part.
I always look at my perspective is always like the flip side of it, and I'm like, what are you doing with this long hair?
Yeah,
and you're smelling like patchouli. What's really going down? There's anger in there.
Yeah.
But there's also like the real side of it. But I always, I have a pretty good bullshit detector, and I question everything.
Same.
And so it gets annoying. I think it's also an East Coast thing.
It is East Coast.
I'm not impressed.
Yeah. I love having East Coast edge over people living here. It's just so different, like having just the honesty and the bluntness and let's get lunch, let's get dinner, all that bullshit people say. That shit's so corny, bro.
I can't stand it.
It's so whack. But there are fake people in New York too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but not as.
But it's who you surround yourself with.
It really
also.
is. It's
also who's in your circle though.
Yes.
Like who you're fucking with.
Yeah.
Like so many transplants I hang out with out here are from the East Coast. You know.
Right, and especially in Venice, there's so many New Yorkers there.
But there's flakes everywhere. But I know what you're saying. The whole like, let's get lunch. I'll talk to you about this with this shit. Or
I can't stand
let's talk about our brands and this fucking.
I'm like, you want to hang out with me? Let's do it. I mean, us.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you're like, is this gonna happen? I'm like, homie, it's happening.
I know.
Like I don't.
Life happens. We go through shit.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like small talk, but I do small talk with strangers.
Yeah.
I enjoy small talk with in transactional moments.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really important because a lot of those people who work transactional jobs like registers, delivery people, servicemen and women, service person. God, I feel like I just canceled myself.
That's okay.
They don't get the respect. They're treated like robots.
True.
And so maybe we do deserve AI repairmen.
Dude.
Or would it be AI repair?
AI repairman is crazy.
Not me genderizing the robot.
No, AI repairman. That's crazy. Yeah.
Did you see a movie that's coming out with Megan Fox where she's like the AI? She's like this guy's wife, I think, dies or is sick. No, this guy's wife is sick.
Okay.
He needs help raising his kid.
Yeah.
So he's got an AI doll that looks like Megan Fox.
Damn.
What do you think's gonna go down?
Oh, a lot.
Also, I'm like, they're putting vaginas in these dolls?
They are? Oh,
shit. Why are they putting vaginas in the dolls? Well, according to the movie.
Wow.
There was a scene, I'm like, leave it up to a dude to just bone a robot. You guys are gross.
Oh, for sure. There's people going to do that shit.
That's already happening, but.
Megan Fox is in this? Wow.
I don't know why I took this like sidebar.
It's okay.
Why we got there, but.
I like how she had a Marilyn Monroe tattoo, and then she realized she didn't like Marilyn Monroe, and she got lasered off.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch lasered off.
I know.
Too.
Shout out to Removery.
Dustin. Yeah, shout out to Dustin. Shout out to Removery.
How many tattoos did you have?
Baker's dozen.
Okay.
Baker's dozen. Sif did one.
He did?
Yeah.
You're not lasering, are you?
No.
Okay. When did he tattoo you? What year?
Years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
I was like
10 years ago.
I was like a guinea pig for him, like in New York and Lower East Side in like the early 90s. He lived in Avenue B, he tattooed all my shit. Dude.
Yeah, you were blank canvas.
Oh my God.
I'm a firm.
So you regret some of your tats?
I was just going to say, people are always like, no regrets. No, regrets are good. As long as it's not your child, regrets are okay.
That's a good point.
It's okay to have regrets. How else are you going to learn and not step out differently tomorrow?
Yeah.
So yeah, I regret some people I've allowed in my life, some ink on my body, some things I've said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a human being. Regret is a part of that human experience.
I'm looking at your tattoos. You have some nice tattoos. You're getting your wrist done too.
Yeah, I'm getting some on my wrist. This is all mom related stuff.
Is
my
like
mom
an owl?
Passed away. Yeah,
it's beautiful. That's who did that?
This is Rose Hardy. She's out of New York.
Beautiful, man.
She's originally from Auckland. She's so. I mean, look at this line work.
I know, it looks beautiful, man.
She's so talented, and she was so sweet. Oh, it was a tattoo redo show that I did. Ironically,
really?
I did a show about people getting tattoo cover-ups on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I worked with Chris Nunez.
Oh, Chris Nunez.
Twig
right.
Sparks.
It's in my notes, girl.
Yeah.
I was still in Girl Code.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Chris Nunez, shout him out.
Nunez.
He's dope.
Twig Sparks.
But he did another show after that, right? Not Ink Master.
He's done
a
bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rose Hardy was a part of the.
That's right. You did tattoo redo. Let's go.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Do you know Tommy Montoya?
I probably. Oh yeah.
He's a portrait artist.
Oh, the tatted up dude.
Yeah. He's like one of the best portrait artists. So
yeah. Where's he tattooing now?
He's out here.
Yeah, he's a G, dude.
They're all so talented.
That's right. I've talked to that guy in years.
Yeah.
How'd you end up on that? Well, first, how long did Girl Code last for?
That was a couple seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
you just auditioned for that?
I think they saw me doing stand-up and
sick.
brought me in.
That's sick.
And just asked me about just asked me a bunch of questions,
That's
like my thoughts on some things, and they're like, "Okay, you're weird, so come on the show."
Perfect.
Yeah.
That was a game changer for you.
It was a game changer.
Yeah.
And it was the right timing.
It was like MTV in 2013 or something.
Yeah. And people are like, how'd you get that? I'm like, 10 years of failure? I don't know.
Fuck.
Not,
We parents super proud of that one, huh?
Yeah, we were pumped. That was really exciting.
You're on fucking MTV.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, I'm going to be on MTV. I remember calling her. I was coming from Brooklyn, going over the Brooklyn Bridge back to Manhattan. And I was like, Mom, I'm going to be okay. I'm buying everyone a house.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't that kind of money, but
yeah.
I'm a big,
but you made some money.
Big picture person. I get excited. I'm like, you're going to live in a mansion.
You had your goals. So it was a couple of seasons.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But then the tattoo redo, that was just something that just came up too.
Yeah, and then, during that time, my mom had got, it was my first like big show with Netflix. And then my mom got sick like 2 days into filming.
Damn.
And she went to the ER. She went to the emergency room. And, she was sick during that entire filming. And so after I was done filming that show, I had to go back home, and I was going back and forth because my mom was in the ICU for like 86 days.
Fuck, man.
She ended up not making it, but
damn, sorry.
Thank you. This Rose from the show, I told her her and I were really tight, and I told her like one of the moments when I was with my mom in the ICU, she was kind of in and out of it just because of the condition and everything she was dealing with and drugs and everything. She looked up at me and I'm like, Mom, and she wasn't really responding. I go, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? And I was just in a panic, like repeating that. She goes, who? You're a tree owl. She was making fun of me.
Wow.
She got like sass.
Wow.
And so I was telling Rose the story. She was like, let me tattoo an owl on you.
That's fucking perfect, dude.
And I'm like, I'm never getting rid of this. This is like
that's
my most prized. I'll never get rid of it.
Yeah. But the other ones you're lazy.
The other ones I'm getting the fuck off,
You have a bunch of other ones.
We don't need a stamp. I'm not an envelope.
Do you have a stamp?
I don't need a stamp.
But do you have the stamp?
I have a stamp.
You do?
I have a stamp.
In the back?
Not like a postage stamp, but a stamp.
No, back there. Yeah.
I have regrets.
Is it tribal? No.
No, it's a lotus, a flower.
That's classy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So I guess like tribal
tattoos
shit.
They're classy-ish.
Yeah. You got your hand too.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
That's
my second favorite. But the rest...
What's it say in your inner arm? Is it something?
This is my mom's handwriting.
No way.
Yeah, and I never say what it is on a podcast. But
that's okay.
People know.
Okay.
People who know.
That's nice.
That's her handwriting. I'll tell you off.
Yeah, cool. And then the show was cool, the redo show?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was the hardest time ever.
Before Ink Masters and all those shit.
It just came out.
Oh, no, that's
4 years ago.
Sorry, that's 2021.
No, 2 years ago because it takes a while.
So LA Ink was over, Miami Ink was over.
It was Netflix's. They didn't have any tattoo shows.
No.
It's just Netflix tattoo show. I don't know why they didn't do more seasons. It was so much fun, but everything.
It went well?
Yeah. It was great.
So it's just redos.
Yeah. People would come in and their friends would pick the cover-up, and the person wouldn't know what the cover-up was until it was done. And let me tell you, some of those tattoos, you do a cover-up, it's going to be bigger.
Totally.
It's most likely going to
unless you're getting something lasered first, it's different, yeah.
Right. These people are coming in with pretty massive tattoos as is. But a couple of them were small enough and people just went a little ham.
Damn.
They went wild. Like they went big.
Well, they put too much black over top. Looks like a black mask.
Yeah, that just looks like a black blob.
Damn.
So, yeah, I've got regrets. I feel like we're going to have to do a part 2.
I know,
There's so much for us to discuss.
I have so much. You have to go now?
I knew we were going to have this.
This is so sick. I know. I knew it was going to be fucking awesome and flow so well.
Yeah.
And like,
how long have we been talking?
You're awesome. Like hour 45.
That's amazing.
We come back.
Well, we have to cut out your boys. Joe's got some work to do.
I know. We come for part 2.
Yeah, you got to mark on your notes where we are.
I am. I'm just getting to survival paradise. Paradise.
God. That's hot stuff. You guys stay tuned for part 2.
And the charities you do and the Sharp Tongue podcast.
Oh my God, we have so much. We discussed. We didn't even get it.
Shit, dude. No, you're coming back, girl.
You better keep those notes.
I'm keeping them. I don't care if it takes 3 months or 3 fucking years. This is part 1 then.
Yeah, let's continue.
But I knew we were gonna fucking have a good. This is awesome.
Me too.
Dude. I love hanging out. This is fucking really cool.
Yeah, this was great.
So this is part 1 for the listeners. She's got to go home and get back to her dogs.
Yeah.
In her fucking crazy neighborhood.
Yeah, so I have to go home and dodge all the homeless people.
I'm gonna go for a crazy walk. I'm gonna walk 5 miles to get PT and walk 5 miles home right now.
That sounds great.
To my gym I go to.
That sounds
I have a great
like
PT by the way if you need any help.
I always need help. I always need cracking.
But
I need crackening.
I want to go crack the.
Yeah, I'll have to connect you with those people.
Yeah, I want to do some really. I want to find out what this. I'll get rid of this tingling shit. It's driving me crazy, dude. What about chiropractor?
I was just gonna say that to you.
I've never done it my whole life.
I'll say this.
They could get the thing out.
I had the worst sciatic pain.
No joke.
I went once.
Okay.
It's been gone since that appointment.
Really?
It's been gone since that appointment.
So you have a person in LA?
There's a guy. He's called the OC Chiropractor on Instagram. Alex, Dr. Alex.
That's what IG is good for, something like that.
That's and he is.
And where is he? An OC?
Fantastic. He's an OC.
Fuck.
He's so good. You should hit him up.
I'm gonna DM him maybe.
DM him. Tell him I sent you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. I'm so sorry. I have so many things to talk about. We'll do a part 2.
Part 2 to come.
We have so many mutual friends.
We haven't even talked about that.
I have a surprise FaceTime call I'm gonna do real quickly when we get outside.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Hey, we're back in the pod recording.
When was the last time?
I don't know. What the fuck is that? June? I don't know. But I got an MRI since I've been in. MRI was so scary. Fucking hate MRIs.
You had to lay in there still for a half hour?
I think it was quicker than a half hour, but I had them take me out. I started panicking, then I just started breathing and they gave me eye jammies or something. It was fucking. Then I found out they make you can do one of those. It's open MRI.
Where have those been all this time?
I'll send you a picture of it. It looks so sick. Like the sides are open, so it's like.
Is it like silicone glass or something?
There's no glasses. You can put your arms out. It's weird. I think they're more expensive though. Depends what insurance you have.
I feel like this way about cell phones and all technology that there's so much available that they have and they dole it out to make it so that they can price it high to make it seem like it's
agree.
Commodity.
Yeah.
Like Wi-Fi everywhere. Why is that taking forever? And why can't I have my Wi-Fi on? Why does the Wi-Fi have to be off when the plane takes off? Maybe if you kept the Wi-Fi on, the fuckers wouldn't flip and fall out of the sky so much.
Yo, what's going on at the planes right now? Oh my God. I don't fly to my tour kicks off in Detroit in April. I don't fly till then, but there's been like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to put it onto the atmosphere. There's been so over 10, man.
Over 10?
Yeah. It's like 12 or 13. And the one the other day upside down in Toronto, everybody's getting $30,000 each.
What a
for their
chunk
trauma.
Change. Who's that
lawyer? I would
never
never fly fucking again. Are you serious? I would never fly again.
I would never fly again. And my friend was saying, and I agree, they all should band together and get a lawyer. Get like one of those tough, like a divorce lawyer who's recently divorced, who's so riddled with like spite and anger, and go after, was it Delta?
Yeah.
Go after 30 grand. I'm sorry. After taxes, I'm left with like $6.
I know.
30 grand? Like
for PTSD for the rest of your life.
You could sell, as a woman, you could sell your eggs twice and make 30 grand.
Damn.
I'm just giving you a
You're breaking it down. That's crazy. How you been?
I'm breaking it down for you. You've
been traveling. We have a new president. There's so many things happened since you've been here.
So many things have happened. There's been fires.
Oh, the fires. I talked to you during the fires.
That's right. We were texting during the fires.
Was stressful, man.
It felt like COVID again.
I just hope people keep that same energy of the community and the unity and everything we had back a couple weeks ago. Like, hope people keep it going in Los Angeles. It was so beautiful. Nobody cared if your neighbor voted for who or if they're vaxxed or not. Nobody gave a fuck. It was just like neighbors. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you posted that, and I was like, he's right.
It's true.
You posted all of the people that were volunteering, the setups, the donation centers, and everything around LA, and you were like, this is LA.
It is.
This is what LA is. Because you love LA.
I do, and I went and served food to the Palisade community. We did a plant-based day with support and feed. Went out there and fed, and then we did a benefit show at Belasco. We raised $35,000.
That's amazing.
Well, I'm on a podcast.
We're recording. What do you want?
Oh, shit, sorry.
Oh, you locked your son out? The son got locked out. He locked him out because he's just adorable. I'd lock him out too. Like, get out of here. Your son. Did you get the wrong? Jesus, put a shirt on.
No, it's my house.
Yo, remember last time his friend was here and they were both jacked in here?
Yeah, and you cut your hair.
And I got bigger.
Look.
He's been how much weight you gained muscle since you saw that? It's been a couple months.
Muscle, but I gained 20 pounds.
Wow.
What are you eating? Are you just eating regular food, or are you also doing like smoothies?
Max, dude. I'm so sorry, Jesse.
For the people at home.
Oh God.
He just mimed the peace sign.
Peace sign.
Okay, Max, stop.
A lot of food, creatine,
I do creatine too.
You do?
I do it every morning. It's vital for women over 40.
Huh.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get me going it too, man.
Creatine helps with your cognitive issues.
No, I didn't say that. I'm going to try it. Fuck off, man.
It's also supposedly does really like wonders for your muscle recovery. And I have to say, ever since I started doing it, and when I work out, I don't have as much pain afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't have like those 2 days of ache.
You do weights?
I do weights.
Yeah.
But
it's so good for us as we get older.
But
not saying you're old, but I'm really old.
You know, as we go into the direction we're going, that's what I'm going to start calling aging. When someone's like, at our age, no, as we go in the direction we're going.
True.
Because the moment a baby's born, he or she's aging.
True.
I
don't care about age too much. Do you? Do you stress about getting old? Honestly,
not at all. Let me take it back. I say not at all. I think about it and I consider it.
Yeah.
Because we all know scenarios where people are alone or people die alone and families end up becoming estranged and all of that. And I'll miss you. I just took my jacket off because you're shirtless. So.
Yeah. Max, food's coming. Keep an eye on it. Go back in the yard, man.
Look, he's in here. He's like drenched in sweat and shirtless.
He's trying to flex.
You should charge for this.
Any female that comes in this house, I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
He said pussy.
I've never heard him talk like that to somebody like that. Max, honored. You're a savage. You're such a savage. I'm
honored. He's adorable.
Get him off these. Get off the Riot apps, man.
You got to get off. Is he on the Riot app?
It's bad, dude.
I can't
even talk about my son on this podcast, man.
No.
He's on one, man. That's his life, dude.
He does podcasting?
No, he's on dating all week long.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
It's a lot, though.
I
was
never
like that as a kid.
We didn't have technology in our love life.
Yeah, but I was never like a player or like in the streets. You know what I mean, with women.
You were never?
Nah, I've been with 5 women my whole life.
Stop.
I've married 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't like meat.
What does that have to do?
I don't know. It just came to my brain. I said it. I knew it would get you in the gut.
But yeah, I was never like that. But that's his generation. They're all like on those apps. It's just like he takes them on dates. He's a gentleman. He takes them out. He's a great human. But it's usually just show up and hang out. It's weird.
It is. It's like a numbers game now. And the development of connection is what has been sacrificed. In the process of this technological dating world, the connections are more, there's more quantity than quality. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people struggle with dating, because I'm not somebody who likes to date multiple people. It's just not my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how girls you got to don't put all your eggs in one basket. Bitch, are you Anne of Green Gables? What basket? First of all, I don't have a basket.
You don't.
And eggs are way too expensive.
Yeah.
No one's.
They are expensive now. I had this girl, Jen Hayes, on. She's retired adult industry person, actress. I don't know what to call it, but she's awesome. And she just turned her life around. She's a psychologist now. She went to school and stuff, and she did a TED Talk talking about there's no sex education for children anymore. It's just porn online. So that's all they know. All these kids know online everything. So there's this kind of this desensitized, kind of this weird thing when they actually get with a girl, and there's the weird connection because they're used to having just, it's interesting. Nobody teaches them anything anymore. So they just learn from online stuff that's not real life. That shit ain't real life.
No, and you can't learn how to touch someone from watching it on a on a porno video.
Mm-hmm.
You really I don't think it's a good teacher initially.
That's what I'm saying. There's no teachers
whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's all really dark. It's dark energy. It's dark vibration. It has little to do with connection and more to do with just pure stabbing. Everyone's being stabbed in porn. Just being pummeled.
Yeah. And it's a crazy.
It's not. There's so many things I wish we could have thought about before the creation of, but maybe that's maybe this was inevitable from the moment man or woman was created or evolved.
Yeah.
Depending on what you believe in.
Yeah. I mean, just the whole, like, I feel like we're desensitized to so many things. Because of social media, because it's swiping out. Oh, somebody got killed. Somebody got hit by a car. These guys are robbing the mall, taking jewelry. The president's tweeting crazy shit towards another leader.
We're not meant to process all this.
And the fires too, like that's kind of gone now. It's like, get back to that. Like, we're not really talking about that anymore because that was a couple months ago. There's so many other things.
Right. There's
Gulf of America. There's
24-hour news cycle it's an hour news cycle now. There's no more 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
There can't be.
I know.
And people, I don't know if we ever did report the news to report the news, but it feels like we're reporting the news to get numbers. Like,
yeah,
all these
headlines
and these news stations are having to battle and compete with online news outlets, and they're doing whatever they can to stay relevant.
I know. I heard TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I heard it's like crazy for news and educating things on there. I don't know. People really love that.
They do.
Are you on there?
I'm on. I don't post like all the time, but you do, as an entertainer, you kind of just do the thing.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I learned from TikTok was that when bread gets stale, you can add water to it and put it back in the oven and it'll bake fresh.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
I tested this. So it only works with like really organic sourdough fresh loaves. You know how those go turn into a rock after 3 days?
Yeah.
That's how you know it was like made with 2 ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So
you learned this. That's interesting. TikTok taught you that?
We should keep TikTok for that reason. For the rest of the reasons, I'm out.
I like how it got canceled for like 45 minutes or something. That was the craziest day when it was the band day.
I was excited.
And then I know. I was kind of. I'm not even know. I was like, this is good. If it happened to Instagram, I'd kind of be stoked if it happened to Instagram too. I don't know. If it's shut down for like a week, people lose their minds, dude.
People would lose their minds.
We make money off it though because we're promoting our lives on there. It's interesting.
It's hard. It's a catch-22.
I know.
Because I talk a lot, and I think you're on the same wavelength of speaking to living a life in the grass. I'm always like, put your toes in the grass.
Mm-hmm. Grounding.
But I'm posting this, so someone has to be on their phone to see it.
True.
So I'm taking someone away from the very thing that I am speaking about.
That's a great point.
So there's a little bit of an internal battle, but I also know I was put on this earth to entertain, to elicit joy, to share what I've experienced and make other people feel less alone. So
same.
We do, right. You do the same thing, the same energy.
Yeah.
So.
But it's just not like we go on there, we post like your tour dates or my tour dates or my newest podcast guest. We're on there looking at other shit too. It's like we can't just say we use it for what we do because it's more than that. We get caught up in looking at things. We're all addicted to it.
There's like 8 people I every day will respond to and send shit to. Like 8 people.
Damn.
And I look at every one of their fucking memes. My sister and I, you can't even, like the amount of data that's just in our IG chat thread.
Yeah.
The amount of fucking memes that only her and I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
And that's how you communicate with each other during the day.
Yeah. I know if I look at something, a meme, and I just picture her, I know she's going to die. I know she's going to die laughing. So I have to send it to her.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to be really mindful of all of that.
I think even if we don't think it's fucking with our mental, it's definitely fuck with our mental. I think social media, whether we think we have it all, like we have it dialed in and we know what we're doing and we don't things bother us or comments, it's still fucking with us somehow, man.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's all desensitizing. And we aren't meant to see fires in Pasadena and the war in Ukraine and then the lady fighting at Target and then the kid who's, they found remains and then the dog that somebody adopted. We're not meant to know all of that. We're not meant to see so much. We were meant to read one newspaper and that's it.
Yeah.
Because
it's too late now, though.
The reality is people are like, you have to know everything all the time and make sure everything is good all the time. What?
Mm-hmm. You don't.
Human nature is a train on a track and it's going where it's going. These inventions are here. Technology's here. All of this is here.
Yeah.
I say now, I go, hey, dig in and have fun, Bubbas, because this is what we got. No, it's going where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
People are too, it's everyone's so self-involved.
Yeah.
So it's like back to what you're saying about during the fires and just seeing the positive of it and seeing the community aspect.
Let's keep that energy going now.
Keep that energy going. Why does something horrible have to happen for us to come together as a community?
I feel like people forgot about it already. They're all on to the next thing. Like, did you have to get evacuated? No, I remember you tripping out a little bit.
I tripped out and I left for a couple days.
Because it went over to like the Santa Monica area or something too, right? That's I could see smoke from my backyard in Santa Monica for sure.
I had ash in my backyard in Venice and there was smoke, thick smoke, because once the fires were at their height, all that went out to the ocean. The smoke and the Pacific winds brought it right back into Venice. So all of that smoke took a U-turn and came back our way for like a day or two. And I had migraines. I think I told you that. I was like, I'm struggling for like a few days.
Are you pretty sensitive too?
To everything.
Yeah.
To lights, to
you
sound.
Hypochondriac or no?
No, not necessarily. Are you?
Sometimes. I used to be really bad. And now my son is, and it's all my fault. It sucks.
It is all your fault.
He had a headache for a couple of days. Did you have a brain tumor? I'm like, dude, chill. It's just a fucking headache the other day. Then he thought he had like some really crazy STD thing, and we went to 3 doctors, and it was nothing. It was a stupid rash on his leg or something, dude.
He thought he had an STD on his legs? He really does need to get off of porn. If your son has like a shin syphilis, we really got to...
I don't know 100% I can say it on this podcast, but he's not even on that life. He's in real life. He's in the streets.
Is he?
Yeah, he's just not on there. He's with real women dating. He's not watching that shit. No, he's outside his whole life, surfing, skating, dating.
Yeah, he is. You've raised an old school son.
I know, especially in Los Angeles, man. It's crazy.
And he's like...
very lucky, man.
He's like a modern Renaissance man. Because he's into all this other stuff.
Yeah.
He's like athletic, but he's also doing the acting thing.
Yeah, improv, all that stuff.
Improv,
yeah.
So he's got a lot going on for himself. And basically what I'm saying is in 10 years, I'll see you at the family reunion.
Yeah.
Okay?
You'll be there?
I'll be his wife.
On the crazy people.
I will be his
DMs.
bride.
Oh, man, he tells me.
Oh, my gosh.
Just the different ages of people DMing him at his job. DMing him at his job. And then and now his boss is, they go to his boss is gay, so they go to gay clubs they go to the Abbey, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
He goes with them in the weekends and hangs out.
Oh my gosh.
Dudes are kicking it to him all night.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably a hit in the gay club. Are you kidding me?
And he told us a couple months ago, I think I want to start dancing at those clubs. We're like, what? He's like, they told me I can make like $50,000 a month. I'm like,
15?
50 or something.
That's how they get strippers. That's how they.
But he can't even dance. He has no rhythm. It doesn't matter how handsome you are.
Do you think it matters if your son has rhythm? Have you been to a gay club?
No, I haven't.
They don't care. They just want to look at you. Him in a little Speedo?
Yeah.
He's going to literally be devoured by queens in WeHo.
The dude's already grabbing his ass over there when he goes there and stuff. It's crazy.
I'm not surprised.
He brought my wife a couple of weeks ago. They went together to this thing.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was cool. There was some ladies trying to kick into my wife, I guess, too, there.
I mean, we all need to know we still got it.
Yeah.
Your son's got it with the boys. Your wife's got it with the girls. Everyone, you just got to be like, ooh. I'm desired. Okay. And then you go home. You're like, I'm good.
You don't go to clubs or anything, right? You don't go out?
I don't. I am I say
you're a homebody.
I'm a bore. I enjoy a quiet life. Yeah. I like walking, reading, doing crosswords in my downtime because what I do is so heightened.
I know.
I need the antithetical life in order to keep it all balanced.
So you've been traveling a lot too. You were like in the East Coast for Christmas time. That was so pretty out there, though.
Yeah, it's really pretty out there.
You love the winter and Christmas?
I love winter. I love Christmas. I love like festive, walking into like a bar with candles and decorations.
Yeah, you're going to a bunch of spots and posting like different Christmas stuff.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite times of year. And it's the first time after losing both my parents where I feel like I can enjoy it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because before it held, not that it doesn't hold the grief and those nostalgic memories, But now I feel like I've gotten to a different depth of grief or another side of it where I am enjoying it in a new way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Kind of celebrating the times back there, or I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm finding...
You love going back there?
I love it. Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't live there again. You don't miss it though.
I'm the type of person where whether it's a relationship, a house, a friendship, anything like that, I have a hard time going back. I'm a forward momentum person.
I love that.
And maybe there's a flaw. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I live in the now, and some friendships will come back around, but I don't dwell in that. I don't try to think about
live in the past.
Yeah, I like to just get on the forward momentum of it all.
Yeah, and you love it out here. You can see yourself living here for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I do. I don't know about the rest of my life, but at least part of the year.
Love could take you somewhere else, though.
Love could take me somewhere else.
You know what I mean?
Cabin in Alaska.
That's what I'm saying.
Where I'm chopping wood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, somehow I've learned how to speak elk.
That'd be sick. I can see.
They're like, have you heard an elk before?
Yeah. They're pretty crazy.
I'm sorry, I just scared you. I think your dog just shit herself.
She did?
No, she's just pulling. Come here.
But even with the fires and earthquakes, I'll never leave. I love California, man. Fuck, it's so
Cali's
sick.
cool. People like to talk trash about
so much
Cali.
Shit. I love the memes I saw during that time about LA. How LA's all like fake and nobody looks out for each other. Everybody's out for self, and it's all these people like doing donations and stuff. Like
I went to a donation center. I had a box of stuff I was gonna sell before these fires.
Mm-hmm.
And
where'd you sell? Buffalo Exchange or something?
Crossroads. They send you a bag, and I made like $300 sending a bag to them.
Really? You send it to them, and then
send to them. They have to sort through it.
What?
They tell you what they're going to give you, and you can what they don't keep, you can choose to have them donate.
So you ship it to them.
You ship it to them. It's a great.
Because usually you wait in line, you watch them go through all your shit. That's
right,
and
that's you're like, oh yeah, they judge your old clothes. And you're like, oh yeah, those jeans weren't great. I got them at Marshall's. Okay, quit making fun of me.
She made $300, so you donate this stuff too.
So I had this whole box, and I was going to do that again. And I thought, because there's some new shit in there. And people lost everything. I'm gonna make $300. Who cares?
Who cares?
And I brought it to the donation center, and it was packed.
They had so many things.
So many things, and
they couldn't take anymore. Supposedly,
no, they couldn't. And I really think a lot of, and I could be wrong because I'm naive to a lot. I think a lot of the issues we have in our world are like logistical, or at the mercy of logistical error. Like I feel like there's a lot of things that could be solved if people who were in the deciding zone of it all could get their shit together.
I agree.
Because you see these disasters happen. Just here, perfect example was LA and the fires.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mother Nature's a bitch, and it's hard to get your feet under her. And at the end of the day, we have no real defense against Mother Nature.
True.
But there are steps that could have been taken.
Yeah.
So where did that
be prepared and stuff?
Being prepared and
there was some arson too.
There was some arson.
Some weird suspect shit going on.
Yeah. So it's like
see the video by you that Huberman posted a video. It was his voice. It didn't say it was him, but he sent it to me the day before it went viral. But he was on Venice towards Santa Monica, and dudes are lighting palm trees on fire. And he's like, yo, he's talking about it. Then he he called the fire department. And then somehow it went viral the next day on every news channel.
Did it stay up or did it get deleted?
It stayed up. It was everywhere. Yeah. But it's his voice. They knew his voice.
People were lighting palm trees?
Yeah, over in Pico by Santa Monica.
So
and this Runyon one was suspect.
Do you think that's just homeless people going crazy, or are you like conspiratorial about it?
No, I go to Runyon all the time. There's homeless people live in Runyon. That fire came out of nowhere. There's no like debris flying from fucking Palisades to 3 miles from here.
It's not a fucking Delta flight.
No, so all of a sudden it just went up, poof, and then the whole thing got on fire. So I think some homeless person did that for sure. No conspiracy. I think it's just they caught one too. They got with the blowtorch.
That's right. Walking around the neighborhood.
They let him go like 2 days later.
That's see, we say we love California, and California's great. But we cannot deny the trials and tribulations that come along with a very liberal state.
Facts.
Very, very liberal. And the catch and release thing of it all is absolute chaos.
Yeah.
And
I think the defund the police thing kind of backfired on everybody.
The defund the police thing definitely backfired on everybody because that's just, what are you talking about?
You see the people running through the mall. It's just all these things and nobody gets in trouble.
Look, no one gets, some people get a handout in life, but people who haven't gotten handouts in life fucking make it.
Yeah.
And people who are non-white people who get handouts in life make it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is something to victimhood and being a victim and waving that flag way high.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, defund the police, and then you go and trash a store.
Yeah.
Those things are polar opposites.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing
I thought the whole concept was that we don't need that. We'll take care of our own stuff ourselves. We don't need the help.
Right. So you guys are going to take care of each other?
Yeah.
Are we? Is that really going to happen?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
California's fucked for a lot of shit, man.
Fucked for a lot, man. For mainly Gavin Newsom's hairdo
it's
during the
crazy.
entire
People
fires.
forget that Gavin Newsom's the dude during the pandemic, eating with all of his friends with no masks on. We're all locked in the house, and there's that video of him eating with all his boys at that fucking
steak restaurant.
Yeah, like the fucking. People forget about this. The same dude. He didn't give a fuck.
That's right.
Nobody gives a fuck. The presidents don't give a fuck. People think all these politicians give a fuck about us. I don't care. I don't give a fuck how cool they are. They're on a TV show. Nobody gives a fuck, dude.
And the crazy...
We're in their merch and shit. Come on, bro.
With the merch. I know. People
sad,
don't realize, there's a lot of... People have different opinions about unions in America.
Yeah.
And how unions run. And my mom was a union woman, so she was pro-union.
Yeah.
But there is power in people coming together.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, I wish American people would be more unified in understanding the power of our dollar and where we spend our money. Because we spend money so in a desensitized way.
Yeah.
We're not even considering, where's this money really going? Who am I supporting?
Mm-hmm.
And we have all the power.
Yeah.
If we just stopped spending money, if we all collectively all right, we're not going to spend on Amazon for a week.
Yeah.
That would send a message.
I see they're trying to do some stuff like that coming up, right? Different protests.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally going to continue buying stuff on Amazon, but everyone else should really stop because I need my Chinese sweaters.
You love Amazon?
I fucking love it.
It is crazy how fast shit comes.
I mean, I ordered a cow.
Yeah.
I got a cow yesterday. Haven't even ordered it yet.
What do you mean a cow? What do you
I
mean?
just can get a cow off of Amazon.
You can get all kinds of things there, but you can return them to Whole Foods or something. There's all these drop ups everywhere. If you don't like it.
You buy pants that came from China and you drop them off at Whole Foods.
Yeah. Do you talk about political things live, or you try to stay away from that? Actually, I saw you live. I don't think you do political stuff, really.
I don't get
too about personal
political
things, your family and stuff.
Yeah, it's more personal. There might be some politically charged statements I make, but nothing it's not my full vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you have the notepad out because I was wondering, I wonder if he's going to remember his notes from last time
notes,
that we never got to.
We didn't get to. We got to everything except leading up to. I want to get to the notes. Let's fucking go. Up to Girl Code.
Girl Code. I just interviewed the director of Girl Code on my podcast today.
Really?
Yeah, Laura Murphy.
Nice. Where's she from?
She's from Rhinebeck, New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and she directed a movie that I have a small role in that comes out March 7th.
Oh, shit. What's it called?
F, Marry, Kill.
Nice.
It's F, we can't.
No, we know.
Can't swear.
You can say on the show you can.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. Okay, that's
yeah,
what it's
but it's promoted as F, Marry, Kill with Lucy Hale, and I play a podcast host.
Sick.
So it was a stretch.
That's cool though.
Yeah, Girl Code was a lot of fun.
How long did that last for? How many years?
I was on 2 seasons, and
it was on MTV, right?
Yeah, I was on MTV. Changed my life overnight.
I was going to say that.
We saw
what? Does people recognize you and stuff like that, or just work wise?
Both. I was still bartending. And when the show aired, I was out with Carly Aquilino, the showrunner, and I think actually Laura was out with us as well, and a couple other people. In the show, we went to a premiere party for our show. It aired. And after the show ended, because this is before Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram had just come out. So people were just posting pictures of their cheeseburgers. Nobody knew what we were doing. I saw I watched Twitter, my Twitter numbers go up.
Holy
thousands
shit.
and thousands and thousands and thousands. I got to see that. So overnight,
wow,
we got literally overnight, we all went viral. It was crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but it just showed you that show struck a nerve for girls. There hadn't been a show like that yet.
And so after that, you just continued to do comedy when not even blowing up from that show, or you just trying?
Yeah, I was still bartending.
Really?
I was still bartending.
Damn.
And I was filming Girl Code, and the third week into filming Girl Code, I remember being at the bar. Puffy's Tavern down in Tribeca, New York.
Yeah.
Because don't you know Charlie?
Oh, Charlie.
Garriga? What are we talking about? You know Chuckles? I call him Chuckles.
That's Charlie Spot.
Chucky G?
He used to work there. Charlie Spot. Yeah.
That's where I bartended.
The Moose, they call him too.
The Moose.
Shout out to Charlie.
He's one of my best friends. I've known him forever. He's like one of the greatest guys I know.
You work in his spot, yeah.
Yeah. So, and he was so good to me because during my era in New York, I was bartending, but I was also doing stand up and going out on auditions, and the bar was open night and day. He would cover my shifts almost every single time I had work.
That's awesome.
He would bitch about it sometimes, because it'd be last minute shit that I get. You know how the industry is.
Totally.
But he would cover my ass every single time. So a lot of like what I've achieved today is because of him doing that for me.
Damn.
But I remember bartending there a couple weeks after Girl Code came out, and I was serving a drink to this girl, and she goes, "Aren't you from Girl Code?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh my God." She got a photo with me, and we chatted for a little bit. And I looked over at Charlie, who was bartending at the end of the bar, and he's just like, "It's time for you to go."
Damn.
He's like, we just looked at each other, and we just knew like our bar era, because we'd worked together for like, close to a decade.
Wow.
And that was like my family. Like that was like a brother, like a good guy, which is vital for a girl.
For sure.
Especially being young in New York and coming into your own. You just need to know that guys can be good.
How'd you link with him out there? Just apply for the job there? You met him to the job or no?
How did I get in
How'd you
with
meet
him?
Charlie?
I used to work. I moved to New York from Boston.
Yeah.
And I moved with H&M. I worked at H&M. I was just a retail chick doing stand up on the side. And
it's a good job.
It's a great job. They used to pay well, really good healthcare, really good benefits. They hired quirky ass people. Everyone was an artist. Like they had a really great system. And some of those people are still my close friends. And they would do store openings, and if you worked with a company and you wanted to move, they'd just have you go and open the store and work in that whatever city you wanted.
Awesome.
So I wanted to move to New York, and I moved to New York, and where the H&M store was, I had to pass by this bar to get to my train every day, and I was working 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this bar is cute. And so just one day on one of my walks home, I went into the bar, and there was this guy working there, and I said, "You guys hiring?" He said, "No." I said, "Okay," I left. I did that for 2 weeks straight. Same guy. Damn. I kept asking him. By the second week, he goes, "I'm not going to give you a job. Why are you still coming in here?" I was like, "All right." And then by like the end of the second week, I annoyed him into hiring me. I just annoyed him into it.
Wow.
Because I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
And that's where I ended up meeting Charlie, because the guys who owned that bar owned a couple others, and him and I are, Virgo energy.
Yeah.
Straight edge to a degree.
Yeah.
Not hardcore drugs, but we like to have fun.
Yeah.
We just vibed and connected. And yeah, he was really responsible for my success today because of how much he supported me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Were you familiar with like punk rock and all that stuff before that?
Because of him.
Wow. He opened your world to
He opened my world to punk rock.
Did you go to some shows in New York too?
I went to see him with
Civ?
Gorilla Biscuits.
Gorilla Biscuits.
Or maybe it was Civ. At what's that great fucking rock venue where everybody mosh pits? Small one. Is there like 20 of them? What starts with a W? Something Hall?
Webster Hall.
Can you imagine seeing them there?
That's 11th Street or something.
It's a great spot. They've got like the balconies around the edge, and I was like, I can't be near the moshing pit thing.
What year was that?
This was like 2009. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it might have been like a B&B bowl or some sort of like.
I think it was a multi-headliner thing. Like there was a couple other bands there.
Was it like your first punk show?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a great one.
I was like, why is everybody so mad at each other?
I know, everybody's so serious. People diving and stuff, right?
It was.
Were you watching from the balcony?
Yeah, it felt like gladiator sports. Why do you guys do that? What is that?
I don't know. It's interesting.
It's like organized anger.
Yeah.
But
it's respectful in a weird way too.
It's respect. Like they punch each other, but they like know it's like respectful.
But they do it because they love the music and the energy. It's really interesting. As like a civilian seeing the first punk show, they're like, "This is crazy." It's
such a cult.
Yeah.
And not in a negative way. I mean, religion's a cult.
Yeah.
Any group of people hanging out together is a cult. The Kardashians are a cult.
Yeah. It's respectful violence, I guess.
It's very bizarre. So I was always intrigued by it. And then one year he gave me a bike that was like one of the Beastie Boys bikes, and I still have it.
What, they owned it? Yeah,
it was like a really cool old like street rider. Like those really cool like BMX style bikes.
Yeah.
But it's awesome because it still has this insignia like emblem from Brooklyn. Like there's like a triangle.
That's cool.
In the front, and it says like Brooklyn Bikes or something like that. It's got white tires, banana seat.
Were you riding through the city or no?
Every time I've been on it, I didn't ride it through the city because I thought it would get stolen.
Yeah.
Every time I've been on it in Los Angeles, because I take care of it and I grease it up and I fix the chrome and I just keep it nice. Every time people have offered me over $400 for it.
Really?
Which I know it's not a lot, but
still,
the bike is special
so
without even
they know
knowing.
what it is. Yeah.
They don't even know who owned it before, but
so it was owned by Beastie Boys.
It was owned by one of the Beastie Boys. I forget which
shit.
one.
Ad Rock.
Maybe Ad Rock.
Mike D.
No, it was Mike D. I think it was Mike D. I'll have to. Chucky would know.
That's so random, Chucky.
I know.
Chucky.
He made me pay $50 for it.
Really?
Yeah, fucker. Should give it me for free.
I gave it to you. And then you did the tattoo redo show.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think there should be a fucking tattoo laser show, man, at this point. But
there should be. I've been getting some lasering done. Dustin.
Come on, remove your Buffalo. Let's go.
Yeah, but he makes really great content. And
yeah.
I think it's really interesting to see these ex-skinhead guys start to get their swastikas removed.
Anybody from prison.
Anybody from
get
prison.
That to be part of something in there.
Right. And there's a really interesting story behind that. So I really like what Dustin does. And he's been so good to me because there's, so much pain in getting these tattoos removed. And he's just been so generous. He's a good guy. Another good guy.
Good guy. New Yorker, man.
Are
you getting more?
Buffalo.
Are you getting more tattoos?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to get more?
I
you want to get lasered too?
I'm getting some lasered. I'm going to end up outlining a couple that I got lasered that I just decided not to continue getting lasered, but I'm getting a back piece completely removed.
Damn.
Yeah, no
hurts back there.
I was gonna say no regrets.
No regrets.
Did you say regrets back then?
Regrets. I've seen tattoos like that too.
You should. That's what the episode should be called. No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah, I've got
like
some
a
lasering.
Is it like a thing?
Yeah, it's like a.
Is it tribal above your butt? No way.
No, not tribal. Okay. Thank God. At least I wasn't that cliche. Cliche enough.
But it hurts getting lasered in the back.
It's absolutely, for me, horrific.
I just saw that Pete Davidson gets put unconscious. He spent $200,000. They put him to sleep.
That seems really irresponsible.
Well, people getting tattooed like that too now. The guy just died getting tattooed, being put under.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're getting tattoos, like for whole back pieces while they're asleep.
I think people...
It's kind of cheating to me. I think it's cheating.
It's cheating because for me, all the tattoos I've gotten, I've had great conversations with the artists, great relationships with the artists. Civ.
Yeah, he did your back. Sorry, Civ.
Sorry, Civ. It has nothing to do with
because you start telling the story, have a conversation, you get to know the person. Yeah.
I sat with Civ for hours on a couple different.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did this. I'm keeping this one, my key, which is one of my favorite tattoos. He did my back piece.
What's on the back? What is it?
It's flowers from my mother's garden. I could have just grown them. I'm just going to get a garden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking grow the flowers.
It's real life.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have a flower bed.
Have you started getting lasered?
If I started?
Yeah.
Yeah. The back, I'm a year and a half in.
Damn.
It takes time.
A lot of sessions.
I'll tell everybody, if you're going to get a tattoo, don't do green.
Yeah, the colors are hardest to get out.
Green is the most difficult pigment to remove with the lasering. Black, pretty easy.
How about red? Red's pretty rough, I heard.
Red's rough.
Yeah, and it's a process too. People expect to go in and get lasered in like 1 second, it's gone. When you first get it done, it looks really amazing, but then it
comes back a little.
Yeah, so it takes a while. It's a process, man.
It is, and it's a big reflective time.
Yeah.
Because the one I got removed was a shooting star that I got when I was driving cross country. I was actually driving cross country to...
That's gone. That's amazing.
It's gone, yeah, right here.
And you got good skin, though.
I have pretty decent,
really good
pretty
skin
good healing.
Yeah. Good tattoo skin.
He drew it and he went too deep and there's a little scarring there. And I had gotten him stoned before he started tattooing me. What was I thinking?
Wow, man.
God, this guy knows what he's doing. He can tattoo stone. I remember him drawing a star with 4 points.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how you do that.
What?
I go, hun, we're missing a extra point. He's like, oh.
You never went back to him, did you?
No, I just passed on through. That's what you get. So don't, another tip for me, another tattoo tip with Jessimae. Don't get your tattoo artist stoned.
Don't do that, man. That's crazy. Doesn't matter how good you are.
No. Can you imagine?
Dude. I've always got all my tattoos sober too. Are you stoned when you get tattooed yourself? Nah, fuck that.
No.
So what was the redo show? Just people redoing their tattoos? They're not getting lasered, they're just going over them? What are they doing? So it's cover-ups.
They're getting cover-ups.
Yeah.
So
and you hosted the show.
I hosted it. There was Rose Hardy.
Did you audition for that show?
No. Kevin.
Oh, Hardy.
Yeah, you know Hardy?
Rose Hardy?
Yeah. She's a tattoo artist. She's
but isn't
amazing.
Her dad famous Hardy? Is it Hardy Hardy?
I don't think so. No, she's from New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from Auckland.
Okay.
She did this.
She
did my owl.
Really clean.
I mean, she drew that.
It's so clean.
It's so clean and so detailed. I get so many compliments on it.
So you just auditioned, got the show, and then
Kevin just knew who I was and just wanted me for the show. You know, do you know Kevin Bartel?
Sounds familiar.
He's great. He's another he's Kansas City, I think, but he's like got New York energy. Okay. He's a cool dude, sneakerhead.
Okay.
And Chris Nunez.
I know Chris Nunez. Yeah.
Twig Sparks.
Okay.
Tommy Montoya.
Legend.
Portraits.
All the portraits.
Yeah.
Oh, he's incredible.
His portraits are
and he's covered in portraits, right?
Covered.
Yeah. He's a G. Yeah.
He's a G. And then there was who else? Miriam Lupini. Do you know Miriam? She's an amazing artist too. And then I'm probably missing some people, but it was so much fun. It was great. But the hard part about that was like my first Netflix show, and it was COVID.
Oh shit! Okay.
And it was my birthday week, so it was a lot of stuff going on. And we started, we had like pre-production, but when we got to the studios, it was like just the day before my birthday. And then we, are starting to shoot and everything. And then the next day, second day of shooting, my sister texted me. That's when my mom went into ICU.
Oh, wow, man.
So I started to lose my mom during that shoot.
That's crazy.
And it just felt weird, to like have this pivotal moment in your career.
Yeah.
Like a first big moment. And it's partnered with huge loss.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So I'll never forget that moment in time, because there was so many times where people on set were so great and kind to me and extended, like Rose and I became really close, just extended their
yeah.
Everybody. Kevin was so amazing to me during that time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. It's powerful.
Yeah, Tommy Montoya, he gave me a gift card to Habit Burger.
What? Well, like a nice card or something that give.
Kevin and I laugh about that today.
That's nice though.
He's like, remember when Tommy gave you a cheeseburger?
What is
like a card to get a cheeseburger?
What is Habit? What is that? It's like a spot,
like a gift card. Habit Burger. It was like near where we were filming. He's like, I'm so sorry about your mom. Go get a cheeseburger.
Oh my god, man. He's a sweetheart though.
So sweet.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he did MTV and then Netflix. Wow.
Yeah.
And then what's the gap between that and Surviving Paradise? When that
was a year gap. I did Surviving Paradise in 2021. Yeah, we were in Greece for 2 months.
I watched some of the stuff of that too. It's like a Villa Height. That's like a luxury spot kind of spot.
Yeah.
You start like low and you kind of.
Yep. You have to like.
In the forest or something?
Yep.
Damn.
And we looked up the crew and I looked up this massive home that we were renting for the show. We looked up what it cost to book it like a week, and it was like something like $100,000 a week.
Jesus, man.
To rent it, because this is like the house sits on a bluff that overlooks the Ionian Sea, and you can see the curvature of the earth.
That's freaking crazy. I wonder how we found that spot or picked that spot.
Imagine going on scouting for that.
How long are you out there for?
Almost 2 months.
Holy shit.
It was
fun.
It was life-changing.
Damn.
It was life-changing. It was like...
The beaches are sick too?
We were in... Where I stayed, it was more rural. It was...
Okay.
So it's like modest beaches, but the countryside is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's the only drivable island of all the Greek islands.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So you can get there from Athens. Actually, that's the way you go. You fly into Athens, and it's like a 7-hour drive.
Jesus, dude.
So I landed in Athens at like noon, and then had to get in a car with a Greek guy.
Hours. Wow.
Just a Greek guy and I for
random person
7 hours.
Yeah.
And he was so sweet, and I can speak a little Greek, just a little, not a lot. And so right before, we get into the first town that leads us to where we were staying in Lefkada. And he's like, do you want to stop and get some souvlaki? I was like, fuck yeah. He's like, I got a guy. I'm like, we're going to your guy.
Damn.
So we stop in like this little port in Greece. It just, right when we got out of the mainland and hit the island, he was like, I got a guy who's got a cart here, and had the great, just him and I.
That's just you too?
Yeah, it's him and I. He's got a big old Greek belly, smoking a cigarette, eating souvlaki.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was like, just a beautiful moment.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that show was a fun show.
It was a lot of fun. It was, I got to bring one of my best friends, and
oh, that's cool.
Makeup artist Nia Joy. She's so talented. She's amazing at what she does. She makes me look glamorous, and she did my hair, makeup, and wardrobe. But I got to have her with me.
That's awesome.
So that was extra special.
I just watched that show, Naked and Afraid of Love.
Is that new?
Oh my God!
I need to watch this.
They're just buck naked and they're trying to hook up. The whole thing is like meet each other naked and like find a partner.
Bone in the woods?
I guess. I don't know. And it's like this sort of thing is like they're kissing every day. They don't show themselves brushing their teeth. I know there's a fucking porta john out there. I know there's food. I know there's catering. They're not starving. They're not acting like they're hungry. They're like searching for food, but they're like
they can't not eat.
And they're totally naked and people hooking up. It's like, yo, they're showering somewhere, dude.
You can't keep all that in your chi-chi.
No, man.
No, you can't keep all that funk on your chi-chi.
No. But they're bathing in the water. That's not really cleaning it because that's salt, right? So that's not really doing much.
Well, I mean, it must have done something. I gotta tell you, there's some soaps that cause some damage to your chi-chi pH.
Okay.
Women aren't necessarily meant to be putting soap in their chi-chi.
Okay.
You know, you just kind of
just on the outskirts.
Yeah, you just on the surrounding areas.
So you think those shows? You think there's definitely bathrooms and food, and they're brushing their teeth, and they're peeing. They go in the bathroom in the porta john. They're not shitting in the woods around the camp.
Well, the people on our show were peeing in the woods. We didn't. Okay. When they went out to the woods, they peed. There were like little holes that they got to go in.
Okay.
So I wonder though. Like how much is the production sticking to?
Like how bad is their breath and their BO and they're fucking hanging out trying to hook up with each other? It was kind of hard to watch them. Like they look clean, they look perfect. Like
did they? They didn't even look dirty.
No, and they're not every day. They're not like I'm starving. They're like just kind of hanging, having dates and eating coconuts and fucking. I don't know. It was weird. One girl was vegan. She was fucking dying.
Yo, how are you going to be vegan?
I could never do that shit. I'd fucking die, bro.
Well, I mean, if you're a vegan, shouldn't you be able to find treats in the woods for yourself? There's like sticks and stuff.
Yeah, sticks, great.
There's bugs and sticks. How vegans would be fat.
Well, it's coconuts and there's like weird berries might kill you. There was monkeys in the show. That was kind of cool. But it just seems so fake. I don't know. We watched the whole thing because we kind of got addicted to it, but it was really strange. I'm like, these guys are fucking kissing and fucking having sex and they're fucking...
Ew! On like an anthill?
No, laying like on like they're on these beds they made.
That's
and
nasty.
There's spiders everywhere.
No, I'm already out.
Fuck that.
I'm drier than the desert. I'm in panic mode. My vagina's gonna grow his skin to close the hole.
But did they get money for that show? Oh, your show. People win money?
Yeah, so it was kind of crazy because the winner at the end could have won $300,000.
It's not bad.
She decided to split it with another contestant she met on the show.
Wow, dude.
She had a good heart.
That's nice.
But I mean, girl, keep your money. This girl doesn't care about you.
Were they together or no?
No. It was just they met on the show.
Wow, just friends.
She just was a good person. The girl who won. She just was like, I want her to, I want to share. I was like, you're better than me because I would have taken that money and been like, see ya.
Yeah.
I'm outie 5,000.
I'm trying to make friends on there.
No, I'm trying to pay off my debt.
And you have a Sharp Tongue podcast.
Yes, that will be evolving into Dying Laughing with Jessimae, where I talk about all types of grief. But it's going to be the same. So if you go looking for Sharp Tongue, it'll become Dying Laughing.
I like that name. That's pretty smart, actually.
Well,
it's clever.
I think we'd all go through all these horrible things, and I want to make light of all of it.
Are you scared of dying?
I don't know.
Do you think about it?
I think about losing people more than me.
Yeah.
I think about losing people in my life.
As I get older, I think about death because I'm turning 55 this year. My son's 22, and I'm like, how many more years do I have? Like, it's kind of morbid and fucked, but it's just interesting. Life seems like it's flying by as you get older. I don't know.
It does seem like it's moving faster, but I think it's normal. There's this Alan Watts video that I love where he talks about familiarizing yourself with death. He talks about, familiarizing yourself with skulls and bones and with death. And with, things of that nature to almost alchemize yourself a little bit. I don't know if that's a word. I feel like I might have made it up.
Okay.
But to acclimate yourself. To the idea of death and dying.
Yeah.
And I thought of alchemize because I was thinking of like alchemy and like the process of two things coming together. Like your living soul coming to terms with your dying soul.
Yeah.
And understanding what that is. And so there's some sort of alchemy within that union, I think. And just, you can't really normalize death, I don't think, too much. But I think thinking about it is super healthy. So I've always thought about it. Even as a kid, I would always think about, what am I going to do when my parents die? And I was always so sad. Like I had moments where I would be so sad thinking about losing them.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, I think that made me cognizant of it at a young age.
Yeah.
And so I was always trying to suck the life out of them as I had them.
I think after my dad died when I was 3, I think my whole life I've been scared of dying, scared of hospitals, always worried about my mom, how she's going to be doing.
When was your dad in a hospital? Do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember him coming home and coming on the couch and laying next to me and telling my aunt that he had some weird chest pains that day, and then he went to the hospital and never came back.
Oh my gosh. So he had a heart attack?
He was 33.
33?
Yeah, he had a rare heart condition. So I have 2 older brothers, and every time it was their turn to turn 33, if they got nervous, we've got our hearts checked out a million times. Our hearts are fine. It was something rare my dad had, but I think because I've always been scared of death and scared of dying, and then my mom was super like forcing on church. We were like Irish Catholics going to church, all that shit, forcing God on us, and
that's a lot.
I know that shit.
So you had the polarities.
And in Boston too, going to church. We were going to church and we were
Jesus.
Yeah, we're Irish kids going to school in Massachusetts. Yeah, it's crazy.
They're like, park the car in the heavens yard.
It was just scary because all that priest shit too out there,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, they love church in Boston. They love it.
Do you believe in afterlife?
I believe in something out there.
But do you believe in God? I
believe in a form of God.
Yeah.
I believe in a energetic God. I believe in something as they call it, like the oneness, the collective I that we all sort of are a part of. Yeah. And if that's God, maybe that's God. I just don't know what it is.
I know.
I like to keep myself curious about it all. I think the moment you kind of plant your flag in any sort of land or ground or ideology, and this isn't anything towards you, it's just for myself, it gets a little tricky.
Yeah.
I think the secret of life lies in your flexibility. And being flexible with your ideas, with your beliefs, maybe not so much your morals and your constitutions, because those are more woven into the fabric of who you actually are.
Yeah.
But I think being flexible in your worldly ideologies, your opinions of people, your opinions of cultures, your opinions of where we came from, where we're going. I think that for me, keeping myself open to the possibilities of all of it makes it so I'm more sane. I have a hard time just planting a flag in one thing.
No, I respect that. I hear that. I'm always feel like I'm learning or just hearing about new things and about not just religion or God, but just like, I don't know, Mother Nature, just the whole COVID lockdown thing and the whole, how the world started healing itself when we were on lockdown and all the animals are coming out and flourishing in the waters.
Oh my God.
And the oceans and all that. Like we were being put on a timeout by something so powerful that we had no control over it. That was a crazy thinking about that. Not that it was a God, but it was like, somebody was putting us on a timeout. I don't know.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah,
we were kind of on a timeout.
The animals came out. They were flourishing, going through different cities and coming out, and fucking, they was so happy. Nobody was killing them or hitting them in their cars, and the pollution went away, and the oceans were cleaner. That was crazy, dude.
And now Norwegians have plastics in their semen.
What? Their semen? It's just Norwegians, it's not us. We got plastics in our semen too, for sure. Everybody's on plastic over here. That's not real, girl, is it?
There's a study that came out that said who's doing that study, first of all? Girls are
That's
volunteering.
Your job?
I'll help.
Yeah.
I'll help.
I'll check it.
I have a scoop. Do you need a scoop? How are we catching this?
Do you watch a lot of news? You read a lot of shit?
I do, and I have to stop.
I feel like you fucking might be on it too much.
You're probably right. Why? Because I'm always like, the world, everything's burning.
Well, yeah, you get stressed a lot, no?
Yeah,
you get anxiety?
Well, I think like watching the news allows me to funnel my anxiety into whatever the news story is, so I have a place to put it.
Yeah.
I don't have too much anxiety, but the world kind of causes me stress.
Do you sleep good at night?
Past couple nights, not so great.
Oh, I got an Oura ring. It's fucking crazy. You heard about these things?
So what does that do?
Your sleep, your heart rate, your stress, your steps. It's fucking...
Does it work?
It's insane.
So what's
Dustin got it for me for Christmas.
Dustin!
And now my friend Josh all my friends were sending our stats, how many hours you sleep tonight, your BPM heart rate. Like this, you were stressed for these 40 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's when I was training.
Oh my God.
You can see everything, dude.
And so
it's like an Apple Watch but on your finger.
What's the platform like? Is it an app?
It's an app. Yeah, you pay $6 a month.
And that's it?
Mm-hmm.
This feels like a commercial.
But the ring's expensive.
How much is the ring? $399?
$400, yeah.
I figured $399.
But I'm telling you, I lost it for a day yesterday because I had it in my laundry somewhere and I freaked out. Like, oh my God, I miss it. I'm so obsessed with it.
It's waterproof?
Yeah, you can wear this. I do it in the cold plunge sauna, the shower, everything, dude. It's sick. If you want to get OCD and crazy about your fucking heart rates and your sleep and your stress
I'm really
levels,
curious about all that.
it's so good. Worth it. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, just to know like what your body, how your body reacts.
I think Dustin should buy you one.
Dustin, I want one for Christmas.
Because you give your movie so much love. No, he's really on that life, dude.
Wow, that's a nice gift.
But it's really like on my heart rate and fucking how fast you fall asleep at night, how long it takes you to sleep.
How does it show that?
It says it. Your latency, it's called.
Oh,
yeah. And your deep sleep, your REM
your
cycle.
REM sleep and your deep sleep.
Dude.
And how long you're in there. And does it show all the cycle?
All that shit. It shows when you wake up. Are you
crushing sleep?
Well, I'm chilling on my caffeine now. I'm paying attention to how my caffeine intake is.
I've stopped the caffeine.
Really?
Yeah, because
completely?
I did blood work and it has affected my adrenal glands.
Oh, so you've done blood work since I seen you?
Yes, I have.
Let's talk about. I did blood work too.
You did?
You did, yeah.
We're in the same.
I'm not going to brag about mine because I'm way older.
Go brag about yours.
This is the first time in my entire life being a vegan that all my vitamins were perfect because I'm not even lying. I've been on Athletic Greens for 2 years straight. I had no deficiency in any of my fucking vitamins.
What?
And my cholesterol was perfect. I'm 54 years old. She said I was like a fucking 30-year-old. All my shit was perfect.
That's amazing. It's
crazy.
Impressive that you didn't have any vitamin deficiency.
Especially because I don't eat shit. I barely eat food. I'm anorexic. My wife calls me.
Right, but that's impressive.
I eat grass all day. How's your blood?
My blood was good. There's some areas that are questionable. She's wondering if I have a gene that affects my B12 intake because I have
low B12.
I have low B12 and I've had low energy.
Oh, I got to tell you something. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah. And then also she had my estrogen levels way high.
Is that good?
Well, it's good to have estrogen. You need estrogen, obviously.
I have that too.
Yeah, you have.
My testosterone was off the chain.
Estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Now, all those kind of work in tandem together. So if something's raised, something else should also be raised.
Okay.
So my testosterone should be a little bit higher. So we got to work on that. But that's manageable. The other thing, my vitamin D was low. My vitamin D is always low.
Okay, here's the deal. Vitamin D is always low. My wife recently had a skin thing on her neck, and we found it was skin cancer. And shout out to Huberman. He connected me on a Sunday afternoon with the highest level dermatologist in all of Los Angeles, who I just had a FaceTime call with earlier today, because now we became friends. He had my wife in there so quick because her insurance sucks, and I paid cash. And my wife said her vitamin D was low, and he said that there's been studies of surf teams in Nicaragua, I fucking said the word, that all have low vitamin D and they surf every day. There's something weird with the vitamin D status and what it means and how much they're pushing that on people to buy more vitamin D and how much we really need in our bodies. There's a whole kind of thing about it.
So there's surfers that are out in the sun every day with low vitamin D.
Because my wife had the lowest iron, where now they're saying she's anemic, so my wife has to get an iron transfusion. So for the past 3 weeks, my wife is drinking this almost it's like blood. It's like she made all my friends try this liquid iron bullshit.
It tastes like blood. It's metallic.
So she's getting all of her iron levels up right now, and then we're going to get her a transfusion because her mom had to have the same thing. And her D and her iron was really low. It's crazy. It's scary.
Yeah, it's weird. A lot of it has to do, I think, with our food not being nutritious enough, coming from soil that's not nutritious.
100%, dude.
And it's like we need another break.
I know.
But we need another break.
Good. Kale's good. I'm on my greens every fucking day.
Is that Athletic Greens there?
Nah, this is a green juice.
You do Athletic Greens and a green juice?
Today I didn't do my greens. I'm doing this. This is cucumber, celery, cilantro, spirulina, and lemon. But
here's a question. I love Green Table. That's right. That's a good spot. I love Green Table.
How the fuck you know about Green Table?
That's an Italian cafe. That's an organic, vegan Italian cafe.
How do you know this? I go every day. I'm the mayor there.
I'm going to be closer to you, by the way. I'm moving.
Let's go. Dude, I'm
going to be in the hood, kind of.
How do you know Green Table?
I know. Don't you worry about it.
Dude, I go every fucking
Italians.
day. I have it's my boy Led. The owner's from Italy.
Yeah, they're all Italians.
How do you know this shit?
I know.
Dude, that's crazy. I go every day. I have my bobblehead in there. I'm like the mayor of the fucking...
They have your bobblehead in there?
Because I'm the mayor of Green Table, dude. There's a new one, too, in Fairfax. Across from the Grove.
Fuck that one. No, I'm doing this one right here.
Okay, so back to your health. The blood thing's reality. That's fact.
You got it. You have to get your blood figured out. And ever since I started taking B12, I have energy now. My brain is sharper. Ever since I stopped coffee, I don't have fog or the afternoon slump anymore. I have more energy because,
it's true.
Coffee doesn't give you energy. It blocks adenosine.
Okay.
Adenosine. Do you know what I'm saying?
I believe you.
Text Andrew Huberman. He'll know the word.
Tell me right now.
So it blocks the...
But he drinks yerba mate, which he told me is okay for me. Yerba mate tea.
Oh, because it's not herbal. It's caffeinated, but
it is.
Maybe because caffeine's caffeine, but
I know.
We'll trust him.
He's the god.
Yeah.
But I do drink this yerba mate. It's like 140 milligrams of caffeine. I have to chill on. I go crazy.
That's as much as a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you quit coffee how long ago?
It's been a couple weeks. I have to do it for 7 weeks.
Why do you have to do it? If you do it for your
just
test?
To see, because coffee messes with your adrenal glands.
Damn.
With some people, and it can,
Do you miss coffee?
Do I miss coffee?
You're surviving though.
Are you kidding me?
You look great. You're surviving.
I want an affogato right now.
How many coffees a day were you having?
Oh, just one in the morning.
Yeah.
Just one. That's my thing.
That's kind of weird.
I'll have one glass of wine. I won't have one piece of toast. I'll have like fucking 4 slices. If there's bread around me.
You love bread.
I'm going to put some water on it. I'm going to squeeze it out. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to get it fresh again. TikTok shit.
You like gluten-free bread? It's kind of trash.
Gluten-free bread, you fucking animals. The deceit. The deceit, the scam.
There's really nothing good for bread. There's nothing good in bread, though.
Look, my cousin, Donnie, is all gluten-free. I saw the ingredients in her gluten-free bread. I'm like, girl, there's a couple that sound like strippers from a different galaxy. What are these words?
Yeah, it is weird, yeah.
Do you think that word is good for your body?
Mm-hmm.
And not yeast?
Yeah.
Now I know.
Tapioca paste? I don't know. Whatever the fuck.
So
you love bread.
Love bread?
Is bread good for us, though? It's a question.
Yeah.
It's just carbs, right?
Christ ate it.
I hear you. It's true.
Christ ate it.
He did.
Okay?
But there's really nothing healthy in there.
Wine?
He ate wine. He ate wine and drank the bread.
Look, after a while, you're going to eat wine and drink bread too.
Yeah.
This mofo loved wine so much, he took a cup of water and said, fuck this. We're going to scoop this and we're going to put some, I don't know, he put like orbs in it and turned it into wine.
Yeah, that's true.
That's science.
Yeah.
That's
so
religious science.
Bread wine every day for you? Not every day, though.
I started the day with a waffle and toast.
Sick.
So bad for your brain. Okay. Spikes your glucose. But today I went ham. Usually I wake up and I have good solid fats. That's the other thing. She said my fats were so healthy. She said
What's a solid fat? Avocado?
Yeah, eggs? Like avocado, coconut oil, ghee, peanut butter, depending on the peanut butter.
You're doing eggs too?
Eggs. So you got to get those healthy fats in the morning because that's what just is so good for your brain, so good for your body, so good for your heart.
Yeah.
She said my heart and my glucose and my sugar levels were like clutch.
You know, I quit sugar December 20th. I've been into sweets since December. No added sugars, nothing. I'm so OCD on it right now. I feel great.
It's so wild how sugar
is in everything.
Good, but it's in everything.
We're all addicted to it.
We are. It's like legal meth.
So you're not sober. You just wine here and there.
I like a little wine here and there. I like a microdose on psilocybin a couple times a week.
Okay.
I got sick in the summer. I remember. Yeah, I was like down for almost 2 months with symptoms.
Gnarly.
It took me 2 months to become healthy.
What was that, man? It's some weird shit.
It was wild. That took me down so hard. And through that, I stopped. I couldn't smoke any weed. Couldn't drink caffeine. Couldn't do all these things. And my body purged. And it like changed itself.
Wow.
So after that, now I'm figuring out how to balance everything else out because I think just having coffee before has disrupted the balance of my body. The doctor I was talking to, she's a physician's assistant, but she's amazing. She's got this vitality company. Okay. It's called Novus. And she was saying, and I never thought about it like this, she said, to maintain balance in your body, it takes such precision. Like it's such a incremental level of things that you need to do.
Yeah.
And something so little can set it off.
It's true.
So there's really a delicate balance within your system.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of discipline, like not having sugar
it's crazy, man.
I mean, what do you gnawing on your forearm? Like
I'm having frozen blueberries at night. Like get fresh ones and freeze them. They're such good snacks, antioxidants. Mm-hmm. It's really great. I have fruit, I have apples and shit like that once in a while.
Yeah, because sugar. Your body doesn't know the difference.
It's not the added sugars and all that fucking...
Added sugars are horrific.
They're in everything. They're my kombucha I love, fucking dried mangoes from Trader Joe's. I don't eat anymore. There's tons of sugar in it.
They put sugar in that?
Yeah, it's like 38 grams or some shit.
I thought they didn't put added sugar, but it is just...
I don't know, man.
I mean, then again, are we going to believe what they wrote?
You can't believe anything anymore.
Yeah, who wrote this? Some kid in a factory? We're going to listen to him?
So you're working out every day?
5 days a week.
What's like a daily ritual for you?
I meditate first thing in the morning before I get out of bed every morning.
What kind of meditation?
I'll do guided or music. I like the, those megahertz. There's a certain level of sound that helps your brain tap into that meditative state.
You're in tune with your body.
I've become very in tune with my body. Awesome. And I'm when you eliminate things from your life, people, drugs, foods, your body you have a more direct understanding and ability to hear your body. Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of people are so numb in their life. They don't even realize that they're numb, but they really have all these dark energy and dark energetic habits.
True.
And low vibrating habits that are great and fun. And I partake in from time to time. But if you really want to have a comprehensive understanding and language with yourself and your one vessel that you get, you have to take away a lot.
It's true.
And it sucks and it's not fun.
Yeah. You think you could go back to coffee?
I don't think I'm going to.
Wow. Maybe tea?
Matcha.
Yeah, matcha's sick. There's caffeine in there too. I love matcha.
Matcha's good.
Supposedly it's good for us. I don't know.
Yeah, it has a certain level of antioxidant that isn't in anything else.
Yeah.
With the leaves, it has some sort of molecule that
better than coffee,
is different.
For sure.
Yes, a lot better. I love matcha.
Matcha.
It's so Venice. I'm gonna have a matcha latte with macadamia nut milk. Shoot me in the face. I want to whisper that the next time I order it. Can I have a macadamia nut?
You should whisper it. Do you fuck with therapy?
I do.
Therapist, whatever. Yeah.
Forms of therapy. I think
psychologist, whatever. Therapist.
I have a psychiatrist, Dr. Amen. I work with a lot. He's been very generous to me. Somebody else in this industry who's just been amazing. I do hyperbaric chambers.
I need to try that. My friend has one. He's bought one. I got to go try it at his house.
You should get connected with Dr. Amen. He's amazing.
I went to my. Oh my god! Did
you get your brain scanned?
No, I went to the chiropractor you sent me to. Fuck, we have to go to the...
Oh, how was it?
He cracked my neck. It was fucking scary. He did my back. I haven't been back yet, but it was really nice. He did x-ray of my neck and everything.
He did.
You've been back to him a couple times?
I've only gone a couple times, but he's fixed me. I had sciatic and it was gone.
The thing about it is when you go...
Look at this kid.
Okay, come on,
he tucked his shorts up and
he's trying to show off.
Your son just came in
here. Max, you're harassing my guest, dude.
Sweatier than before with his shorts tucked. Grabbed some from the fridge and walked out. Look, and here he comes back through. Look at
Max, get out of here. Max, get the fuck out of here.
He's got your...
Max, get out of here, dude. Max, get the fuck out of the room, dude, you piece of psycho.
He has your name on his back.
I got my neck tweaked. You go into that spot. It's all open. There's people in like the massage chairs. It doesn't feel personal. It's like you're next in line and then come on up here. Boom, 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 boom. And then you're out of there.
Yeah, it's quick.
It just feels really like... Not that I'm supposed to feel loved or feel like I'm getting certain attention. Just it's so quick. Like I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a specific thing.
And then he x-rayed my neck. Goes, okay, you got Toby's x-ray. Yelling across the room. Yeah, looks like he has this. And like yelling my results across the room. It was great. Thank you to the doctor. But it didn't feel
Alex.
He's like, we don't believe in Alex was great, dude.
He's modern.
And then he's like, we're gonna do some content. I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden he's filming everything. He's put microphones on me. And then it's online and people are like, what the fuck? And then people make their comments about how they think it's dangerous. And I start Googling how dangerous it is to get your neck cracked like that. And what it could cause.
In the ocean's danger. Walking in the streets, danger. I know. Semen's dangerous now. So what are we talking about? Don't listen to the negative now. It's dangerous.
No, I know.
You stay at home with your creaky back and blame that for the reason why you're not moving around.
It did feel good though.
It
was crazy.
Did you go for a specific reason?
Yeah, because
like
the fucking finger things.
Oh, that must have helped.
This was the best day. I got all my shit cracked, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. And then I walked out. I got results from the doctor that all my blood was worked. That was an
that's a great day.
Fucking day, dude.
That's a good day.
But the cracking shit, I wasn't even ready for that. And then he stretches you and puts the thing on your fucking neck.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love it.
I need to go back though.
I love it. We should go at the same time.
Let's go together. But
yeah,
also,
we should go together.
Back to therapy. You do therapy. You've been doing that for years.
Forms of therapy, all different types of therapy. I have therapeutic approaches to my life. You know, the meditating, vitamins, I consider a form of therapy, working out, vitamins. But traditional speaking to someone therapy, I find that in my life with people in my life.
That's nice.
And
you have a good crew of friends?
Yeah. I have my homies.
Tight crew.
OGs. You know?
A big group of friends with tight.
Small.
Me too. I feel like my shit's
handful.
getting smaller. I was getting older.
Yeah, it's great because, time is the only currency. We don't know how much of it we have left. And you have to be very wise with who you spend that with.
Yeah.
It's like that saying, you become most like the 5 people you hang out with the most.
That's pretty true, though.
I forgot who said that, but it's like a popular saying.
Damn.
Yeah, and so you have to really be mindful of who those 5 people are. For me, 3 of them are dogs.
Okay.
So it explains my barking and peeing in the yard. I just took a shit in your front yard.
Oh my God, thank you. That's awesome.
You're welcome. I picked it up. I have my own doggy bags.
But therapy, yeah. I mean, I started that last year for the first time ever. I just went a couple of times, but I never went back. I don't know why, but I was the first person to do it in my family. I don't know.
You're already breaking the generational curse.
Nobody ever done that shit in my family, dude.
Of course not.
But I think it's cool we can talk about it, and people, it's cool to say you're going to therapy. It's okay to express your feelings, not keep things inside.
Yeah, feelings are just these like fleeting things, and unless you have all these other practices implemented in your life, they can wreak havoc on your life, your feelings, and not understanding where they come from.
Yeah.
So many people are out here completely. You talked about desensitized.
Yeah.
People are desensitized to themselves.
Yeah, it's true.
And you don't even know why you are the way you are.
Yeah.
Your greatest relationship and the only relationship that you can really have control over and foster is the one with yourself. So why not take some time to figure out why you are the way you are? Why do you always react this way? Why do you always attract this type of person? And why does this always trigger you? And
yeah. It's affecting your partner or whoever you with too, how you treat people.
But it is important to have an unbiased opinion because people will placate to you. So I do believe in therapy. I don't want to say I'm not against traditional therapy. I do believe in it.
Yeah. What was your last real job you had? Like you clocked in, had a boss?
Probably H&M.
Damn.
And I was always in trouble.
What year would that be?
We're talking 99 to 2004.
It's the last real. That's pretty sick.
That is kind of crazy. It's 20 years.
Doing the things you love for like 20 years. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That's amazing.
Good for you, yeah.
Never even thought about it like that. Thank you for putting that into perspective.
That's really cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years without a boss.
You're your own, but you're boss.
I am the boss. So fuck.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Just a couple regrets.
You have any no regrets?
I always say I don't. I believe in regrets. People like to say no regrets.
They do.
You can have regrets.
You can.
Why are we so afraid of regrets? What I'm hearing is you don't want to be wrong. Yes. I think it has to do with the types of people I let stay in my life longer than they deserve to be in my life. But then again, there are lessons and invaluable lessons and gifts that I got from those situations.
Yeah. And
it just brought me to a closer understanding of myself.
Yeah.
Because I believe in those situations when you're in toxic relationships, you have an opportunity to experience sort of exposing yourself to yourself. People like that reveal you to you.
Yeah.
If you are open to it. So yes, I have people I regret having in my life, but I don't regret understanding who I was on the other side of it.
Yeah.
I've had to get a restraining order and I've been in.
Are you hopeless romantic?
Maybe to a certain degree.
Like believe in love. You want to get married someday, and
yeah, I do believe in it, but not so hopeless as much
not
as
like a rom-com or like some fantasy movie shit, but just like having a good partner and somebody.
Yeah, now
trust.
I've gotten rid of the hopeless part, and now
Okay.
I'm just a romantic.
Okay,
and I know I want a certain level of romance and believe in that, and believing in maintaining that, and taking the effort to maintain that, the mystery and the effort and consideration and all of that.
And also, they deserve to be treated with respect and love.
Yeah. And I know because I'm able to give it, so I know how I want to receive it now.
Yeah, you love hard.
I love hard. If I love you, so that's why I learned about myself, I need to be poured into equally because I pour.
Yeah.
And so
you're a giver.
I give. And I'm not bragging. You are. You're like your heart's open.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as much as I know you, I haven't known you that long, but you are I can tell that you're heart forward. And when you're heart forward, that can be tricky. So you just have to be mindful of that. So now I know that I need someone to pour. I need to be poured into.
Yeah. Do you have trust issues and stuff or no with people?
I'm not anti-trust, but I do know people can I've learned that people can come across as a certain way.
Yeah.
And people are really good, especially in this town. It's a town of actors.
True.
A lot of deceitful motherfuckers out there.
True.
So I am optimistically cautious and optimistically observant. Mm-hmm. I'll be hopeful that you'll be a certain way, but I will also take like an FBI approach.
Yeah. You don't see the good in everybody.
I know.
That was a weakness I had for a long time. I saw the good in everybody.
Yeah,
man.
That's interesting.
Let people in too quick.
Yep.
They fucking meet your friends, fucking social climb, bye-bye. Like run through.
Yep.
Like, I've always been like letting people in too quick maybe in my life. And you know what I'm saying?
That can bite you in the ass, yes.
Kindness for weakness type shit, like, I don't know.
I know there's kindness in most people, but I need you to show it to me consistently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
What's a misconception about you think, to the world or the public? Are there any?
I don't know. I used to think that it was that I wasn't deep, but I've become deep through loss.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a tough question.
What do you mean deep? Like you don't let the public know all your fucking personal business?
That's true.
And your feelings and what you're going through?
Yeah. I think like...
we talk about your dad and Alzheimer's and all that stuff when you're...
I think maybe another misconception is that I'm very outgoing.
Yeah, you're chill. You're like a homebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that might be the biggest one.
I think
I like to be home.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about comedians, I think. Because not saying you come from a dark past or dark life, but there's a lot. Robin Williams has seen these people have these crazy stories that they make everybody laugh and they're giving so much, but then they're dealing with fucking a lot of trauma. There's a lot in comedy.
There's a lot in comedy.
And then some people have, awesome lives and great families and they just love comedy and they want to fucking get into it.
Yeah.
It's nothing that have been fucking something bad happened to them,
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I think, and assuming that I like to be out, I don't want to be out.
Yeah.
I want to be barefoot with a block of cheese and bread.
That's your life?
And my dogs.
And a nice partner.
Yeah, and a really nice, consistent partner.
Yeah,
like
consistency.
Consistency. And I want I really like to collaborate. I have a collaborative spirit and I like feeding off of someone.
So I like to be inspired.
Yeah, I like to be inspired. I like someone to
whoever your partner is, they're going to be doing
build
some
together.
Dope shit too.
Yeah, let's do some dope shit together. Let's be partners in some stuff.
It can't be intimidating. I'm sure you might be intimidating too, maybe for guys.
I think so.
Because you're strong and you have your own career and you're a strong woman and fucking, I don't know, you're a badass and probably they might get intimidated.
Yes. I think that's
because
happened.
what you do in the world and you're traveling.
Right. It's definitely, I didn't think that was a thing, and then I think you're right.
For sure.
But that just tells me
you got
that
your shit together.
It takes a strong
your career
man.
together, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a good place, so mentally, everything right now?
I do. It's really weird. I feel like I'm in a really good place. I feel like something happened in the past few months where I have really stepped into my womanhood. And I'm not talking about the experience that a transgender has.
No.
I'm talking about my womanhood.
Your womanhood.
Yeah. I'm not talking about once it might be like that though, where I'm like, oh, I'm experiencing what it is to be a woman for the first time.
No, but you're fucking, you're comfortable in your skin.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. That's nice.
I'm not looking at my flaws as much anymore.
It took a while to get there?
Yeah.
Were you insecure? Did you care what people think about you or how you present yourself on the internet?
A little bit.
Like using filters and just trying to look a certain way. Like, do you feel like you have to do that because of what you do? Do you feel insecure about how you look? I don't know.
I never really used filters, but I was always kind of an insecure kid. And I think that was just carried on from my parents. I think that was just, they talk about people sort of projecting their stuff onto you. So I think I got all that from my parents. But yeah, I definitely had some insecurities in the beginning of my career. No.
Goes away kind of.
Yeah. And lately,
that's where you can really be yourself.
Yes. And that's happening. Last night I did this fundraiser for the fires with Ben Glebe and Brad Williams. And I wore a sweatpants suit.
Hard.
I wore a highly flammable sweatpants suit from Shein.
Yeah. But who cares?
Who cares? I'm in 100% Chinese cotton right now.
But before you would have thought about it?
Yeah.
And getting caught up in the whole, you ever get caught up in the whole Hollywood thing?
Not really.
Not Hollywood because you're East Coaster, but
I know what you mean, the image of it all.
Yeah.
There's a certain, as an artist, You got to have some authenticity, but that you're not cognizant of it. That should just come from you naturally, I think. Yeah. So now I'm beyond any sort of insecurity or being too caught up in it. I just want to make people laugh. I want to make someone's day better and brighter, and I want to maintain my dignity and energy through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, fuck, man. You back in my pod? I'm so happy you came back. It's been months.
It's been months. I was like, we're going to make this happen.
What about music? You're a big hip-hop fan?
I love hip-hop.
Is that your main music you love?
It depends on the mood. There's so many different genres. Like, I like all of it. I like, like Alabama Shakes.
They're cool, yeah.
I'm friends tight with Fantagram. I think they're
I know that name, yeah.
Amazing band. They're so great live. I also like classics like Led Zeppelin, and I'll even throw on some Pink Floyd, and I might want some Beach Boys.
Wow.
I might want some Aaliyah.
Aaliyah's sick.
Fleetwood Mac, James Taylor.
Yeah.
Maybe a Frank Sinatra moment.
Do you watch the Yacht Rock doc?
No, but I fucking need to.
It's incredible, man.
Yacht Rock doc?
Oh my God. Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins. He's on every fucking song. Christopher Cross. These dudes are like in their 70s. They got like
killing
hair
it.
Still. They look so fucking good.
Killing it. Michael McDonald has a full head of hair.
His voice is on everything. He was writing for Michael Jackson too.
He was. He's so talented.
He's so good. You listen to new hip hop? Like you fucking with Kendrick? You follow the Kendrick Drake shit? You follow any of that stuff? You care about that stuff?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed because
that's
I love
right.
Kendrick.
He called Kendrick. Kendrick made a joke about Drake being a pedophile at the Super Bowl.
Yes, but that's all you know.
Yeah, what is there more?
Please, you're serious?
Yeah, is there so much more?
It's a song. It's all leading up to this crazy thing for a whole year.
So what happened?
I love that you're not you don't on the loop on this.
I know they've been fighting. I just don't know why.
It just started way back on different songs and subliminals and diss tracks, and it just led up to this moment. Drake pushed for this moment. He's like, come on, that's all you got? He kept pushing, and he woke the sleeping fucking bear up, and that he destroyed his whole life. Is
insane. Drake messed up now?
I mean, he's in Australia on tour. He came on stage with this shirt with bullet holes in it with smoke coming out. Like he came on stage like, I'm not dead yet, but it's like smoke
like he got shot from Drake or from Kendrick?
A bunch of bullet holes, yeah.
And then he did like that fake, like the shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote on that and I said, Drake is about as hard as a block of brie.
He's
a Disney kid. He's a
facts.
He's like a half Jewish nerd.
I know,
isn't he?
You know the subliminals from Kendrick, the whole performance, everything, the A minor necklace.
Oh, what's that? I didn't know all this. I didn't know there was like terminology.
A minor. You know the song "Not Like Us"?
Oh yeah.
So he's wearing an A minor.
Yeah, I know when he goes A minor.
It also stands for Aubrey, which is Drake's real name.
He's calling him minor.
Serena Williams is crip walking. That's Drake's ex-girlfriend. She's on the.
I knew that part.
And it's like they're dancing on a Game Boy kind of thing. It's almost like what's that crazy TV show? The second season came out.
Squid Games?
Yep, yeah, it's like a Squid Games kind of throwback but it's also on a Sony PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
Sony's the company that Drake was trying to sue.
So there's all the imagery in there.
It's called a Canadian.
Oh my God, that's why he wore the Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, man.
Because Drake's Canadian?
Yeah, man. Yo, there's the most you could do a deep dive on this for fucking days.
On all the symbolism?
I'm so caught up. I've been obsessed because I love Kendrick. I was at the big pop-out show last summer that was like the historic show. He played that song 8 times in a row. I followed the beef. You can go online.
What song he played 8 times in a row?
Not Like Us, man.
Why?
Just wanted to. It was live and fucking.
He played it live 8 times in a row?
Yeah, I was there. It was crazy, dude. Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic beat.
It's an incredible song.
It's a really great.
And
you can't not dance to it.
You know, Drake tried to sue him for defamation of character, and it's actually a rap battle. He can't do that. This is you said.
A bitch.
You said he beat his wife. You said all these things about
Kendrick.
Yeah, it's not all these mean things already too.
And then Drake tried to sue him.
No, tried to sue the label, UMG.
Drake's.
I can't even know this, dude.
I
and
know.
then it got to the fucking Super Bowl where he had fucking Samuel Jackson playing Uncle Sam with the American flag split in half to division. There's all these crazy things.
So what is that? What does that symbolize? And why Samuel?
The world's divided. Everything. Uncle Sam.
Oh yeah,
he's a white man.
I thought it was against Drake.
Trump's at the fucking thing.
Yep.
He walked out during his performance.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And like the dead bodies.
He probably had to change his diaper.
But dude, it's the craziest shit that happened on that platform, and it wasn't. He didn't play any of his hits. He played the newest songs. He doesn't live in the past. He talks about how he lives in the future. He doesn't care about the past.
Yep.
You should watch him and Timothy Chalamet have a YouTube thing. They're driving in a car having an interview. It's incredible. I'm obsessed, dude.
Is Kendrick intelligent?
So intelligent.
He seems like
so intelligent. One of the best lyricists, poets, songwriters, rappers. He got like that big award. The first hip hop artist ever get this award. I forgot what it was. Gives back to the community.
He does.
Yeah, he's not on social media. He's got a beautiful fucking family. He's just, this dude poked and poked until he said, all right.
He's like, you want it, so I'm going to give it to you.
Destroyed it. I mean, this guy has a career. He's going to have to sell records. He's a big artist, but there's like a stain, like tarnish. What's that word? He's kind of like something on for the rest of his life. He's kind of like fucked on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's tarnished.
Yes.
But this guy's Kendrick's doing stadium tours this year, 2 nights in a row. He's playing 2 nights in Toronto at a stadium that Drake's never even fucking headlined at. And all this shit's so ill, dude.
Is Drake from Toronto?
Yes. You're so amazing that you're so in the loop, and I'm surprised you know any of this stuff.
I don't.
Because I thought you were a big hip hop head.
I love it, but I don't. I'm not caught up on the drama.
No.
But
I love that you're not. I'm just
I'll just get it from you.
I'm just a crazy hip hop person. So like I've been following them forever. I love J. Cole. He was in the beef.
I love J. Cole.
He tapped out of the beef because they're friends. He got involved in a second. He tapped out. He erased his song off the internet. It's all this crazy shit.
Ooh, that's really dramatic.
Yeah, because he's friends with both them.
Oh, so you didn't want to be in the middle?
But he got in the mix and took Drake's side for a second. He wrote a song, took a teeny shot, and then he backed off, dude, and erased all of his shit.
Damn.
He's been quiet forever. He started a blog. He brought blogs back. He's doing writing in blogs now.
He's blogging?
He's blogging about the experience of it because he's not really making music now. The whole shit is crazy,
wow,
dude.
this is intense.
But the fucking Serena Williams shit's the most gangsterish shit.
Yeah, this is X. I like that.
Because she crip walked during one of her tournaments where she won and she got in trouble for crip walking on the tennis court. So she brought it back and did it on the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh, so there's a lot of symbolism going on here because tennis is very white.
Dude.
So if she had done like a Cotton Eye Joe dance, they would have been fine. But because it was associated with, they're taking it too literal.
Yeah.
Because it's a crip walk.
The revolution would not be televised. All the shit he said, everything, you can go and fucking nerd out, dude.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You don't know that. I love that you don't know that shit. You thought he just dissed him on the Super Bowl? He wasn't allowed to say that word. He didn't say the word. He did the mic like that.
What word?
He couldn't say pedophile on the TV. He didn't do it. He took the mic away and the whole crowd like whatever.
He said, Drake, I know you like him young.
And when he came up at the awards, at the Grammys, they played the song and the whole entire crowd, every single celebrity, every actor, all sang A minor, the whole fucking audience, dude. You can watch it, dude.
Oh, so he's like...
It's crazy, man.
That's wild.
It's the craziest rap beef. I've seen every rap beef in my whole life on this planet. And that's the craziest one, you know?
That is crazy.
But I'm glad you don't give a shit about that.
I don't care.
What's your favorite rapper?
I loved Tupac. He's dead.
I know he's dead.
But
I met him once. It was sick.
I really do love Doja Cat.
Incredible.
And Doechii.
Oh my God.
Doechii's great.
Yo, she got a Grammy.
She's
her shit's
nerdy.
Amazing. She's from Florida.
She's a lyricist. She's a poet.
Incredible.
And she's like theatrical.
You watch on the Tiny Concert. What's that shit called?
The Tiny Desk.
Amazing.
NPR.
But she got an award. She's signed to Kendrick now. She's signed to TDE. She's fucking amazing, dude. She's from repping Florida.
Yeah, she seems cool. She's very like. I like that she's kind of nerdy too.
Her whole album's incredible. You have the album.
Yeah, and SZA, even though she's not a rapper.
She was on the thing. She's on the tour.
I love SZA.
Can I take you to Kendrick this summer? Yeah. Okay. We'll go to Kendrick.
I'll be like, dun, dun, dun.
You need to get more songs in there. You know his other songs. I'm sure.
That's the only
one.
I know Kendrick. I know a little bit.
Be Humble. Sit Down.
Yeah,
Be Humble.
that's a great song. I'm gonna listen to him on the way back. I only have a couple minutes too, but
I know. This sucks.
I know.
Because every time I hang, let me just come on your pod next.
You have to. I would love to have you.
I'll do a part 3. I just feel like every time we hang, it's just like I don't even get to my shit.
I know.
Because we talk about
Let's do a part 3 on my pod.
I'm down. What do you do yours at?
I have 2 different places. The studio from my platform, my podcast platform, and then sometimes I'll rent this other place out, Melrose Podcasts, which is really, really
That's
great.
not far, right?
Nope.
That's what we should do. Okay, let's do a part 3.
And
we're going to drop these at the same time.
Okay.
But at least there'll be one that I did exclusive with you. That'd be fucking cool.
Exclusive, yeah.
Exclusively. Because I love talking to you. I love hanging out with you. You have great energy.
You too.
I feel like we could talk about everything all day.
Yeah. How do you want to end it?
Let's see. No regrets.
No regrets.
Well, what are you working? What's next for you? What's coming up?
I'm going to Poland for the USO tour.
That's sick.
Next week, so that's going to be exciting. I've been
performing out there for that?
Yeah, for the troops.
Oh, yeah, you told me that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I've been working on rebranding my podcast.
Okay.
I told you about that. Yep. Dying Laughing with Jessimae. That's going to be premiered soon. Yep. And then I finished my horror movie. And
when's that coming out?
We're like pre-production. So now we're just working on all of that. But I've just been writing and trying to...
What about a special?
That soon.
Is that like a bucket list for all comedians to do it? Does it have to be Netflix? Can it be anywhere else?
I think you could self-produce it. You just put it out.
Yeah, my friend Chappelle Lacey dropped his first one today on Don't Tell Comedy.
Chappelle Lacey?
Yeah, on Don't Tell Comedy today, which is a good platform. Yes, it's really good for comedians. It is. YouTube also
Maybe
crushes.
I'll do Don't Tell. That's a good option.
Don't Tell is crushing it, man. Crushing it.
I have on my fridge at home, it says finish the book, sell the script.
The book
shoot
about your life?
Special about my dad. About my dad and
That's
others.
Gonna be so therapeutic, dude.
Yeah.
Writing that.
Yeah.
That's
I've been
beautiful.
working on it for a few years.
Yeah.
Wow. But I just have like these reminders of like the 4 things I want to do. And
you do
that's what I'm working on. Yeah.
You're pretty focused.
Yeah, you just do like little incremental things every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your shit together.
I think so.
You're a very responsible human.
Yeah, I'm realizing that.
You're adulting.
I'm adulting so hard.
Even though we get to do what we love, we're kind of like big kids. You get to say crazy shit on stage.
Yeah, I have a really fun life. Like I get to make money off of my thoughts, and my thoughts bring joy to people.
It's fucking pretty cool.
That's like it's an honor.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm also able to see my family as much as I want through that process, and I get to travel the world and
be your own boss.
And be my own boss, man.
But it's cool. H&M is a good job. That's good to know out there for people.
I don't miss running clothes back.
H&M still around?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay.
Madison Moritz means hers and his in Swedish.
I did not know that.
Or Norwegian, one of those. Also bringing back the Norwegian plastics and the semen. Be careful out there. Anybody who's spending time in a fjord.
You actually get plastics in semen if you're Norwegian. You know that?
Yeah, there's microplastics. Probably in your son's semen too.
In semen.
Okay.
Stop.
This is my fault. I brought us there and I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I was trying to keep it clinical.
Oh my God, Max, why are you in here, man? You ruin our podcast. Let me double check everything on here. Okay. Okay, no, you did not make it better, man.
Keep your notes for next time.
No, I'm not. We got on my notes. I'm gonna come on your podcast next. We'll do a part 3. Can we really do that? Is that
I would
happen?
love it. Yeah, absolutely.
And then we can drop this the same.
Yeah.
Are you still doing the charity stuff too? The Rogan's Foundation.
I do. Yeah, with Seth Rogen's. Yep, Hilarity for Charity.
That's amazing.
And Alzheimer's Association.
Yep.
A portion of sales, my ticket sales and merch sales, go to that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a way to keep my dad's legacy alive.
He's proud of you.
He's proud of me.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you. And
thank you.
Can't wait to hang with you again.
Love ya.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swipe the credit card. Don't really tell me much. Didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years to have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art Pico-Way laser technology. Cryotechnology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is over 2-hour conversation. People had submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to Removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out.